Hey, if y'all can hear me, give me a 1-2-1-2. If y'all can hear me on the live, give me a 1-2-1-2. If y'all can hear me. Hey, if y'all can hear me, give me a 1-2-1-2. If y'all can hear me on the live. Oh, I can hear myself. Hold on. If y'all can hear me. Let me test something out real fast.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They just head on, nigga.
Say what Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop to stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spit, now I ain't listening, is in fact a fiction. Revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jackie Round War. We gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crack as hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you.
Appreciate y'all joining me. Welcome to Captain Tazaryach podcast, episode number 4. This one is gonna be real special to me. I get to bring my man. Usually I'm coming on his channel to get interviewed. But in this opportunity, I asked Sarnett if I could actually interview him. Can ask him some questions so people can get a different perspective, maybe understand why Sarnett does what he does. So I'm definitely looking forward to this particular interview. He is in my background. I'm going to bring him on the screen momentarily. I'm just going to play my intro and then we'll go ahead and begin the program. All right. So bear with me 1 second. Let me share my screen. Hold on. RG. Share screen. Intro. Share. Here we go.
People dislikes Africans.
Are black people today white people? I just cut it right there. That's what you need to know. Are black people today? Answer that.
Let me help you. Never change it. That's a solution. The problem in every USA, the problem that we have with each other is not science. Right. Science ain't the problem. Dealers in the corner need to die. That's the problem. Them brothers that's rape little girls, them brothers that's turning out men homosexual, that's the problem. And the Bible said don't be homosexual. The Bible said thou shalt not murder. The Bible said thou shalt not steal. The Bible said thou shalt God. And you see how they want to turn the vote when I talk about
but then forget that the Africans, the Arabs, and the white men are all a part of the transatlantic slave trade. So when you call yourself African, when you wear that when you want to be Amin Ra and all of that, you're just joining another enemy to you.
Y'all don't listen to ISUBK, but we got the room on y'all floor. That shit don't even make no sense what you're saying.
Because of the honeys.
No, we not.
Yes, you are.
I tell you what, take us off the hundreds. Take us off. We don't got to do another motherfucking room on the hundred side ever.
City in Detroit. You got the city Seneca Village where Central Park is at in New York.
But that's not why the Wall Street thing happened. The reason that happened was there were a couple of black businessmen and white businessmen who disagreed on some type of a deal. And then they started arguing and fighting one another. And just like any check about America, it went into a riot. They didn't do it just because the blacks were black or that they had businesses.
So you're calling a black man a terrorist because he wants to keep his business?
I'm just saying the warfare between the white and the black broke out because they had disagreements.
But if you say America is so great and the white man is so great, why would we be labeled as terrorists?
With that individual, I imagine Imam Shabbat, I imagine Barack.
All right, y'all. We back. I'm gonna bring Sarnetta onto the stream. Sarnetta, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I
There
hear you,
you
brother.
go.
What's happening?
Taking my right hand man. Hey, you see my little setup here I got, right? You see the
It's
Roadcaster
looking
Pro
good.
up in the
It's
joint?
looking good, man.
Mike,
That's
the little fish
yo.
tank in
Let
the
me
back. I
ask you.
started to go ahead.
Let me ask you. Do you have a Ethernet?
No,
Is
you know
your
what's funny?
hooked up to the Ethernet?
No, but I'm going to. So what I have, so my internet is upstairs, right? But I bought a this expensive ass Wi-Fi extender, but has an Ethernet port. It's plugged into my outlet over there, so I know where you're getting at. So what I'm going to do is it has an Ethernet option in that power out socket. So I'm gonna go from there to my laptop.
Well,
right?
your drone is looking good right now. It's just that when you was playing the video, it was a little choppy and stopping and going. So that's why I asked you, did you have an Ethernet? But it's looking good right now. It's clear. I like what you're doing. Yeah, this is a good thing, man. I love it.
You see the little fish tank in the back? That's because I started to do a virtual backdrop like you, but I like having my little fish tank and stuff. You see, I got,
Well, this is the green screen that I got. So,
Yeah, that's what I was going to do, something like that. But you see my Thanos glove, a brother bought that for me for destroying the conscious community.
Yeah, I see it. It's good. I love it. I love it.
But definitely, man, welcome to the Captain Tazaryach podcast. This is episode number 4. A lot of people may not know the reason why I mentioned the equipment in particularly because this brother gave me this equipment. He didn't have to.
You ain't got to say that. You ain't got to keep telling people that, man. This is all good.
Giving you props. I like giving you your props.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a very interesting interview. It's a different kind of interview. Usually when me and Sarnetta get together, there's some type of debate or event going on where he got to be in a particular mode. I got to be in a particular mode. So now we get Sarnetta in a different environment. He don't have to worry about getting attacked or anything. And then people can see another side. Like what makes
they're gonna attack me. They're gonna attack me in the chat, but I'm good. I'm battle scarred ready. It's all good,
Definitely. And then I'm streaming this for my listeners. I'm streaming this on Cross the Line Radio, but I pinned the link to the top because this link will be going down on Cross the Line Radio. I need to subscribe and follow my actual Captain Tazaryach in the Lab channel. So after about 10 or 15 minutes, you're going to hear me give another announcement. So if y'all could just click that link over there and come over to my actual podcast because it'll be going down soon. So are you ready, Si?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So where I want to start in this interview is like, what was like before you became anything? Like, what was it like for you growing up in the Harlem? And I believe, is it the Bronx too, or is it just Harlem?
Just Harlem.
Gotcha. So what was it like you growing up in Harlem? What was your life like? Like, what was your upbringing like? What was your surroundings? What was it for a young Sarnetta coming up?
Well, I wasn't Sarnetta, of course. I was just Frankie coming up and started branching out, but it was very poor. I grew up in a poor household. You know, my mom's had to raise 7 of us. It was 7 of us, and she raised us by herself. I got a chance to meet my father maybe twice, maybe when I was like 5, and then another time around 7. Never seen him again. And so, it was so bad for us. Excuse me?
I said you never seen him at all?
I've seen, not after like 7 years old. That was it. I never seen him again, And for a minute, I used to kind of blame him. But as I got older, I just learned to love and respect him for the simple fact that, I'm here. I'm here. So I didn't get caught up into trying to blame him as I got older. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Damn, appreciate it. Goddamn, I'm here. If it wasn't, I wouldn't even be here. So you know how most people grow up and they hold that on them, and then they
have their resentment.
Yeah, they tend to want to blame the father. I ain't had a father when I grew up. I'm not doing none of that stuff, man. You know? And so what that taught me was to always be there for my children. Always be there for my 5. I got 5.
Got 5 kids. Okay. I think that's a beautiful thing you said, because a lot of times when we grew up like that, because I grew up the same way. Now, I didn't not see my father at 7, but he was in and out of my life in different pockets. And a lot of times we as men, we grow up, and even if we have kids, we carry on the same curse, so to speak. but we don't be in our children's lives. So it's good to hear that even though you grew up in a horrible situation, you didn't let that situation affect you as you grew up.
Right. But it just taught me, it taught me something.
It taught you a lesson. And that's the thing about life. It's going to teach you a lesson on the left or the right. It's either going to teach you to correct the mistakes that our fathers made or to keep them going. So that's good to hear that you said that. And so, like, was you in school? Did you, was you active like in school, high school?
Yeah, let me finish this real quick. From the beginning, like when I said I grew up poor, poor. My mother was on welfare. She had to maintain and manage all of us, all 7 of us. I have 7.
When you say 7, you got 7 brothers and sisters?
Yeah, siblings. Yes, I got 5 sisters and 1 brother.
Okay, 5 sisters and 1 brother. Okay.
1 brother. Yes.
Okay.
And so,
are you the oldest? You the youngest?
No. I'm like 1, 2. I'm the third. I'm the third one.
Are you the oldest boy?
Yes.
Okay, so you the oldest boy. Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so growing to school, living in Harlem on 114th Street, there was times it was so bad. See, these kids don't know how good they got it today, where they got cell phones, they got computers.
Right.
Look, me growing up in Harlem, there was times where me and my sister had to share the same clothes. Sometimes she'll wear the sneakers one day, I wear them the next day, stuff like that. My mom's going, I remember real good going to Woolworth with my mother, and she had to buy the 2 pairs of sneakers. Like you get 2 for $7, and stuff like that. I know I'm not the only one that grew up like that. Like when you look at the older G's, they could tell you the same stories. Like, yo, man, I know what I'm talking about. But for the new people, they wouldn't know what that's like. You see what I'm saying? And so at a young age, I got out the house real early, like in my teens, let's say like around 15. Cut in when you want to, Captain, because I could keep going.
But see, this is what I want. Like, so the podcast is to bring them more personal. You know what I mean? Right. So as long as you're comfortable, I'm comfortable, and the audience, it gives another side of you, and I think that's important to actually conducting a good interview, and that's how I want this to go. So the more you give, I think it's the better, so people can understand. Because a lot of times I think they look at us as either like a superhero or a villain or something like that, and they don't understand the psychology of where we come from, which created what we are today. So it's on you. This is all about Psy.
Yeah. So where was I growing up? At a younger age, I just wanted to get my own thing. Going to school, I'm looking at brothers, how they looking good, and that stuff about how your peers can influence you, that is real. I wanted the good things that they had. So at an early age, I started dabbling and dipping into drugs, man. Getting caught, going to jail, coming home, getting arrested. My mom's beating me from the precinct all the way home. You see what I'm saying? And most of the times we would try to get out of a whipping by going to bed early. Nah, not in my house.
Right. My mom did the same thing. Right. She did the same thing to me.
And I'm talking about when people say stenching cords, I'm talking about stenching cords, belt, whatever she could get. She will beat my butt, brother.
Get whatever she got her hands on. That's exactly
because
what
there wasn't no father in the house, and you know how the saying goes, no woman can raise a man. So I guess he probably looked at it like, oh, God damn it, I'm gonna make sure my boy grow up right. And so, yes, I was going back and forth in and out of the prison. I never had no real big crime, with the drugs.
Nothing like me.
Yeah, nothing like no murders and stuff. But I did go to prison for assault. That was the biggest one I went to.
And was that from like growing up, like hanging with the fellas and doing all type of that?
No, that was for defending my mother. That was for defending my mother. Like one of her friends was trying to fight her and beat her. And so what I did was I grabbed the nearest thing I could grab and I stabbed him in the nose and gave him like 40-something stitches across his nose. And my mom's was telling me to go, because the police coming. I wasn't leaving nowhere because I didn't know if this man was going to try to hurt her after I leave, So I stood there and went to prison for that. That's when I did my 5 years in prison in Clinton Correctional.
How old were you then?
Oh, man. Let me say this. I got to say this. This is very important for my viewers.
Okay.
I came up and I was diagnosed with lupus in 2001, I was diagnosed with lupus. I lost my sister because of lupus. So lupus ran in my family.
It's
right?
like hereditary.
Right. And so what I want to say to y'all about, for those of y'all who don't know what lupus is, y'all could go and look it up. It attacks your memory. It's like a real memory loss. That's why sometimes when y'all see me, I'll be like thinking like, oh shit, like what I'm supposed to say, you know, because it makes you forget a lot of stuff. So go and look up that and you'll see it's a lot of memory loss. So when you ask me how old was you, I don't even remember that, bro. That's why I had to say that. I don't even remember that. I got to write stuff down most of the times.
Okay.
You know, when I'm dealing with dates or when y'all see me go live, I write stuff down a lot, you know.
Okay, well, sorry to hear that. Now, I know of that. Like we talked about this, we talked about this like years ago.
And
so I'm familiar with
immune system, all of that, you know. So
okay, and so after you get out, so now we get to, so you get out, you serve your bid. Now, what puts you into the mind state of creating you now? Like, so you get out of prison. Like, what was your steps after that? Like coming out of prison.
Well, before that, that's a big jump. We got to go.
Okay.
We got to go step back, some brother.
Yeah, we're gonna dig into it, man. We're gonna dig into it.
I'm just a Negro on the street causing havoc. When I say causing havoc, talking about selling drugs, using drugs, all kind of stuff. So I was selling them, I was using them, I was out there poisoning the hood. And so when I got caught, I always tell people that this was the greatest thing that have ever happened to me. And they'd be like, what the hell you mean going to prison was the greatest thing? Yes, because most of my friends I grew up with is either dead or they locked up behind bars for years. I grew up with some of the most notorious drug dealers. I can name a couple of brothers because they out now, you know. But I ain't gonna do that.
No,
I ain't gonna do that. I just
you ain't gotta do that. Yeah, don't do that.
I come from Sugar Hill, uptown, 159th Street. So all I gotta do is mention those who know. I come from 159th Street in Amsterdam. Same place where Nicky Barnes was at, right there on the corner. He had the whole bar wrapped up. So I came up with a lot of that stuff. And so when I went to prison, that was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And I was like, damn, I never heard of no Farrakhan. I'm listening to Minister Louis Farrakhan on WBLS every Sunday afternoon. Every Sunday, I'm listening to Minister Farrakhan. He used to come on, and he was like, the white man is the devil, and this and that, going in and teaching. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us this. Now, everybody is out in the yard. I'm still right there listening. I'm like, man, this joint is fascinating. So every Sunday, I make sure I tune in. And that's when my change came. Because, see, when I'm in the street, I ain't have an opportunity. I mean, I did have an opportunity, but I ain't had time to sit down and listen to the word or listen to the information. Because I said, man, I got to go out there and get this money. I was bringing money home to my sisters, to my mother. I was taking care of my family as a young dude, bro, as a young kid.
As a young kid. Right. So you was like the provider. Right.
Yeah.
And which makes sense.
And guess what? I am still the provider to this day, brother.
Most High in Christ. And what the
Everything
reason why
everything I learned off of hustling in the street, guess what I did, Captain? You don't lose that. You don't lose that. You bring it to wherever you at in life. Everything I learned, how to hustle, how to make money, I brought it to my YouTube channel. I brought it to where I'm at today. Because
you keep that hustle mind state.
You keep the hustling mind state where you still gotta, now when people hear the hustling mind state, they might think it's a negative thing. It's not negative. It's not.
Hustle is not. Yeah, hustle is not a negative. It's what you hustling that makes it negative.
Right. Exactly.
But you got, it's like you would call it a go-getter or something, whatever terminology you use. If you got that hustle in you, it's just that hustle in you. Now, before you go, Side, now I just want to let the people on Cross the Line Radio know this stream is about to end on Cross the Line Radio. You want to click the link for my In the Lab podcast. Join us over there. This is a beautiful interview so far. We're going in depth with Side Netta, the king of the conscious community. All right. So now we get that gap come. You start listening to Farrakhan.
Right.
Every Sunday, he's saying the white. So what did that do to you when you hear Farrakhan saying what he's saying, coming from where you coming from? Like, did you have that position or an inkling of it before you heard it, or was it like he woke something up in you? How did that go?
It was like a ticking bomb that he woke something up in me automatically. Now, I want to go back for 1 minute because, see, it's going to make me keep jumping back and forth as I catch memory of these things.
Yeah, that's fine.
I grew up on 114th Street and 8th Avenue, right? And for those of y'all who understand, damn, why I say this video is unavailable? Your video, it went off.
Because you got to go on my channel, Si.
Yeah,
yes. I learned this from you. You know how when you would have your other channel, you were streaming. It's Captain Tazaryach in the Lab podcast. If you look in the StreamYard comment section, I got the link in there.
Okay, all right. So as I'm going,
we still live. Yeah, we still live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. On 114th Street, this was the most biggest drug block. In order to survive out of that block, when I'm going to school as a young child captain, I'm stepping over needles. They all in your building. They in your hallways. You don't know. You got to be real careful. Dope fiends is all over the place. This is when dope was heavy out there in Harlem. For those of y'all who
and it was
yes, this is when this joint was real heavy, man. So we stepping over dope needles to try to make it home, to get in the house. All kind of stuff, man. And so now, going back to the prison, as I'm listening to Minister Farrakhan, it definitely struck something in me that was always there, but nobody knew how to get it out.
Right.
Farrakhan sparked it. But when I went upstate to do my bid, that's when I started listening and hearing Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I would listen to Khalid Muhammad now. So now I'm like, oh, sweet, Khalid Muhammad, you know? And then I met a brother by the name of Shabazz. Shout out to my brother Shabazz. He was wearing a bow tie and he always wear a white shirt and he would always go down every Friday to Juma. One day I just come back from the yard and there was something on my bed, a book on my bed. Now, you know, people always tell you, whatever you do not accept nothing from nobody in prison. This is my first time. Anybody throw
never do what? It said never do what?
Anybody throw candy bars on your bed? Don't open that up and eat it. Nigga. You know? I've learned that. The soap drop. You don't pick up that soap. So
right.
As a young kid, I've always heard these stories.
Hey, Si, hold on. Si, hold on 1 second, Si. Hold on 1 second. Hey, that would die. You got to be making sure you're watching on my channel. That would die if you there.
Yo, I'm trying to look for your channel too, though.
Yeah, my channel is fine.
Yeah, but what's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's called Captain Tazaryach in the Lab podcast.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you got to make sure. Hold on, wait. Let me just pause you 1 second, Si. I just got to get this brother straight real fast. Shalom, Lord Christ. Dawadah, you're not in the room no more. And your channel that's streaming it, you streaming Cross the Line Radio. You got to stream my channel so they can hear it on Clubhouse.
Yeah, I was on your channel, sir. I was on to your
Where they saying they can't hear.
Yeah, it said it did the same thing it did last.
That means you was watching on Cross the Line, because I'm still live on my channel. I could hear myself and everything.
Okay, all right, and okay, let me look back again and see. And it's the same thing that happened last time. I got kicked out of the room. I don't know how.
Yeah, that must be Clubhouse there. But your One West is still on the stage. You got to stream from Captain Tazaryach in the Live podcast. Sarnetta, did you find it? Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, no sir. You said you got it, Dawadah?
Yeah, kind of the one kind.
All right, the water. Shalom. That's your Shabbat. All right, you can go ahead, Salak.
Okay, so where I left off at is I'm coming back from the yard, and you know you hear the stories as you're growing up.
Right.
Stay away from homosexuals.
Right.
Don't do nothing from nobody.
Right.
Don't be affiliated in gang culture, and you will have a smooth bid. So I remembered all of this stuff because I've always hung out with dudes that were older than me. I was like young, because you know how the older dudes are here.
Right.
hold that. Make sure you hold that pistol. Put that pistol in the back. Make sure you hold the drugs. So that's what I'm out there doing.
Right.
You know, the only thing was to look at you and like, we're gonna let this little nigga hold it. The police ain't gonna run upon him.
Ain't gonna say nothing. Right. Or he'll come home.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So I'm out there, I'm holding all the stuff and I'm doing this, getting paid, going home, money, pockets fat. And so in the joint, they say never, if somebody throws something in your bed, on your bed, don't eat it. So they, you know, Snicker bars, candy. I come back from the yard, there's a book on my bed. And the book was Message to the Black Man by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I took the book and I threw the shit out myself. Like, get the shit out. Like, I didn't know. I'm thinking about books, candy, all that, even though it was to wake me up. So I throw the book out. On the time to go to chow, the brother came up to me and said, yo, brother, what's up, my man? Peace. My name is Shabazz. And he got on the bow tie and I'm looking at him. And he's like, yeah, man, did you see the book? And all that. I said, oh, you put the book on the bed. He said, yeah, man, you need to read that and get some knowledge yourself. This is like the whole thing going over looking at the Malcolm X movie. Remember when Malcolm had the permanent head?
Right.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm in my cell. I'm reading the dictionary. I'm trying to study. And so ultimately, me and the brother became cool. We walking around the yard all the time, building. Man, the Muslims hated us, Captain. Because we was talking.
Why did the Muslims hate y'all?
Because we were saying we were God. The black man is God. And the Muslims was looking at that as blasphemy. You know?
Oh.
You know, what you mean?
When you say
God,
Muslims,
Allah,
are you talking about... But
no, I'm talking about the Muslims.
Like black Muslims or like Arab?
Black Muslims, brother. Black Muslims. Our brothers. Because we were saying the black man is God. You know how the messenger taught.
Right.
The black man is God. You know? And Master Farad Muhammad was the messenger. Stuff like that. So we was in there doing that. Man, the Muslims outnumber our ass like crazy. So we were so yeah, we had a target on our back. But the 5% brothers was like our cousins. Because inside there you got the 5%ers, you got the Muslims, you got and they were our cousins. So you know, we had to come to something where we would piece this thing out and let them know this is our belief, just like y'all have a belief, you know. And so speeding it up, as I come home, that's all I wanted to do was go to Mosque number 7 and meet Khalid Muhammad.
Right.
I gets home, 95. Khalid Muhammad was on his way out of Mosque number 7.
So when you got home, Khalid Muhammad is getting removed from.
That's right. Yes, he's being removed out of Mosque number 7. And I'm like, damn, so now what I do? Do I stay in Mars? Do I become a registered member? And I went there with my suit on and I had a bow tie on.
Yeah, I wish I could see that. I wish I
had a bow tie and a suit. I remember I had a beige suit, white shirt, and a brown bow tie. I remember that like it was yesterday, man. You know?
Man, I wish we could see the Sinetta with the bow tie.
Khalid is on his way out, and I'm there like, damn, man, what do I do? Do I follow Khalid or do I become a registered member? Right. And I just automatically follow Khalid Muhammad.
Okay. So you went, so you didn't follow you didn't stay to Mars. You went wherever Khalid was going. That's the route that you chose to take. You resonated to seem to want to go that route more. So
because I seen the fire and the passion in him. I'm an Aries, so you know you always say, "Oh, stop that." You know, I'm a fire sign, so I'm with you, you know.
Right.
And so I would go to everywhere Khalid was at speaking, and he started talking about rebuilding the new Black Panther Party. And we're going to rebuild it over here, and we're going to have a meeting over there. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to this goddamn meeting.
You're going to the meetings. Okay.
So now I'm going to the meeting. We in Harlem. We in the state office building. We going to Philadelphia. We going to Texas. We going all over the place, you know? And so Khalid made me the chairman of the Harlem chapter Black Panther Party, brother. Because he's seen
the whole. So you talk about the whole borough. So you was in charge of the whole borough.
The whole borough of Harlem, and we had the biggest chapter, bro. That's how I was moving. I was like on some real hype. My whole thing was to make Dr. Khalid Muhammad like, yo, this is the man. this brother's the man right here.
You were ready to put in work.
Yeah, one day Khalid came, and see, in every movement, you have a 5%, a 10%, and an 85%, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got people that is jealous because of your position or because where you at. Don't think you ain't got nobody jealous of you, Captain. And your movement. I know you always say, nah, we are SUPK, brother. We don't do that. Yeah, okay. You keep thinking that. You keep thinking that. It ain't come out yet, you know. But yeah, that's what I mean when you got a 5%, 10%, and 85%.
Okay.
You know,
right.
The 5% is he who know the truth, you know, the true believers, right? And the 10% is like he who know the truth but refuse to teach it. And the 85% is just the non-believer, you know.
Right.
So yes, man. So as I'm in there, Khalid made an announcement one day when we had to do the founders banquet at the state office building. If anybody ever find that video, I lost the video. It's called the Founders Banquet. It might be on YouTube. I don't know. Khalid, and that joint is jam-packed, brother. Jam-packed. You know what I'm saying? Khalid called me up to the back. I was the film dude. I was always on the camera. Wherever we went, I got the camera. I'm rolling, you know?
Right.
He called me up to the front, and he grabbed my hand, and he said, this is the best soldier. I don't know if he should have did that, but he hold my hand up and said, Son Netta. I was Salik Quran then.
Right.
Salik,
Okay.
Salik Quran.
Salik Quran.
Yes, because I was involved in the Islam. Remember?
Gotcha.
I was Muslim.
Right. No, the reason why I'm highlighting that is because when I called you Side, you said I didn't start off as Side Netta. So now we know Salik Quran was the name that you went by. I think that's important. Remember, this is a whole different side of Side Netta. This is like would be the best part of Side.
I didn't know nothing about Kemet. I didn't know nothing about the Hebrews. I didn't know nothing about y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? I learned that later on.
Later on,
you know,
okay.
Right. Because of Khalid
Muhammad. Say that name one more time, Side. You were Salik Quran. Am I saying it right?
Quran.
Salik. Okay, Salik Quran. Okay, gotcha.
They called me Quran because I was like the walking Quran. Like you, the Bible.
With the Bible? Okay, so you saying you knew the Quran like that. Okay.
Yeah. All I did was quote the Quran. Wherever I go, I see a brother, server, ayat, server. I would go in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The Quran. And Khalid called me up to the desk in front of everybody and told the people that this is the best soldier I got.
Okay.
And from there on, I think that's where the hate began. Some people started hating me. I had a meeting with Al Sharpton. They called Khalid and said, yo, did you give Salik permission to have a meeting with Al Sharpton? So I got sat down on my post because of that. So Khalid came in to deal with me, to put me on a hot seat, you know, before he called Brooklyn, Queens, Jersey, my chapter, and that joint is jam-packed. I'm in the middle, Captain, of these dudes, bro. Bro, that's what made me strong. I'm in the middle of these dudes, and you will never know. Let General Yohana put you in the middle and let the people go at you and say, yo, we gotta go at Captain because of this or because of that. You'll see some hate coming out. So everybody
and you doing this because when you get the interview or dealing with Al Sharpton, people are saying that you're trying to either go behind or supersede Khalid.
Right. I was supposed to get permission. Like, you know, like
okay. Like when I do something,
chain of command. Right.
I got it.
So you know how you always say, yo, I got to go and check with my generals and stuff like that. You can't just go out and do it on your own. You in the organization, you in the movement.
Right. I got you now.
I took it upon myself because we was doing a food giveaway and a clothing drive. And so I'm saying, man, Al Sharpton, we gonna go over there. I took my Minister of Information and my Minister of Defense, and we sat down with Al Sharpton. Now, I don't even know who called to this day. It could have been my Minister of Defense, or it could have been my Minister of Information. So, you know, Khalid ain't gonna tell him who called. He ain't gonna tell me because he don't want us to have that type of beef. Right. So he came in from Atlanta. He had a house in Atlanta, and he had a whole brownstone on 138th Street, 7th Avenue, between 7th and 8th. And
Okay.
so he came in that day, and everybody knew it. It's like you sending out flyers. Oh shit, Khaled coming in to deal with Salik. Come on,
With
I'm
Salik
scared.
around. Okay, it's
I'm like,
going
oh
down.
my God, how do I do this? So I'm in the middle. I'm in the hot seat, standing now. People are standing all around, like balconies up. We in Khaled's house. He got the big house. So everybody's standing up on the up top and down the bottom, and they just scorching me, brother. They letting me have it. They tearing me a new one. And I'm looking at them like, oh man, this is where the hate. Who told you that you can go over there? You know how Khaled talk.
Right.
Who told you and give you permission? You think you the man? You think you can do what you want? But what Khaled was doing was raising a man. He was building you up. He builds you up.
Right.
I mean, first he tear you down to build you up. He wanted to see if you can take this type of pressure.
Right. Right.
And so I took it like a man. I stood there, dude. I ain't gonna lie, my eyes was watery, yo, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I had tears in my eyes. Like I wasn't crying out loud. Like I just had tears in my eyes. Like, yo, this is crazy.
Right,
And
because you're going through this whole thing. Right.
Hitting me with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, I gotta get out of this. But before I left that circle, Khaled came down and stood there with me, and he said, you know, you are one of the best men that we got. You are one of the best soldiers that we got. See, that right there was the building back up now.
Right.
He didn't want to leave me down where I walk out like, oh, fuck you niggas. I don't need you, nigga. You know, he was like, yo, you one of my best soldiers. You know, you always got, we have a chain of command. He came in one day. Oh, I got to tell you this story.
Okay.
I was the man who bought Khalid Muhammad's beret. I bought his beret.
The beret that he won?
The beret, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Now, we wear the beret. Everybody is in unison. We all supposed to have on the same thing, right? And so we standing at 40-degree angles, just like you in the army, and he come through for inspection. Now, this time, we are in New Jersey. So he comes in. All of the camps come in from Jersey, from Brooklyn, from Harlem, from Queens, all over. We all out there. And so he's doing the inspection. And so we all got to have the same thing on. Now, my headquarters in Harlem, I wish man, I got some pictures. Let me see. Let me go and see.
Yeah, we got some pictures.
They not over here, but they are probably on my other computer.
Okay.
They are all on my old computer back there. Damn, I should have got them ready for you. Oh,
Yeah, I told you we was gonna go in. I told you we
get
was
one
gonna
of
go
the
in.
pictures, man, for you right here.
Yeah, let me see one of them. Let's check
Okay.
out Sai. Oh, not Sai, Salik. You gotta call it Salik. for a
Salik.
second.
They got one of them right there. You can look at that.
Yeah, let me add it to the stream. So everybody, look at Sai. Sai looking all hardcore. Look at that. Everybody, if y'all on the YouTube,
That's the
y'all
Lord
take a look
right
at
there.
Sai.
Trust me.
Let me blow it up for him. Let me see if I. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Look at Sai. Sai look like he don't play no games in that.
Nah, I wasn't playing no games. I was hard, man. I was not no joke, man. I wasn't no joke. So on this right here, you can see the suit, right? I got on a whole one-piece suit. The whole thing is like one piece.
Okay, got you.
The beret, the Harlem chapter, we were the only ones that had the Black Panther on the beret. Everybody else was in coordination. My man, Divine Allah, for those of y'all, shout out to Divine Allah, the chairman of the Jersey chapter. He came to me and said, Brother Sarnetta, bro, I'm telling you, you better take that off your head. Khalid gonna get you, bro. You better take that off your head. He ain't tell you to put the button on the beret. So, so we all in there, and I'm like, all right. So Khalid comes down, start looking at everybody. He gets to me and stop and look at the Harlem chapter. We was looking good, Captain. We was looking good, bro. He looks at me and look at the Harlem chapter.
Right.
He looked, and then I looked at Devon, because you know you don't supposed to be looking around, but I'm using my.
You gotta look forward. Yeah, you gotta look forward. Yeah.
Devon thought he was going to get at me because of that. He's just waiting. Yeah, I told you, nigga. I told you. Khalid looked at me, and then he turned around and looked at everybody else. Then he looked at me, Captain, and turned around and looked at everybody else, and he said, "Everybody, put the button on your beret. I was like, oh my God. That was like a sign. Like, you know how you sign in after that? Like,
Right.
because I'm thinking he gonna light my ass up again in front of everybody. He said, everybody, put the button on your beret. I started that, Captain.
Okay.
The day with the beret and the button on that, Malik Zulu Shabazz, he'll tell you.
There we go. Give him a bomb drop for that.
That came from Sarnetta, man. I did that. That's all facts right there. So let me show you another picture.
Okay.
Right? That came from me, man. Let me see. Let me blow this up right here. I got some pictures, but
yeah, whatever you got, we definitely want to see. Remember, this is the journey to get up. And listen, y'all, for those that are listening, if you're on Clubhouse, take this time, take a moment. We got 105 people in here. If y'all want to share the room, let's try to put this up at the top of the Clubhouse. If everybody could just give a quick share on Clubhouse. And we ain't even got to the debate part. Like, we still in the 90s with Sarnetta trying to get his background. And this is kind of exclusive because there's not a lot of times when you want me to share this one right here, right, Si?
Yeah.
Okay, because we don't really get to see Sarnetta in this position. So I wanted to get like a origin story, middle story, and then we're going to get into the debate part when it's really going to turn up and be even better. So now this picture we got on YouTube, of course, is Khalid Muhammad himself.
Yes, he ain't have no beret. So I went downtown and bought him a beret.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's the regular way we supposed to wear our uniform, the way you see Khalid Muhammad.
Okay, I got it. All right. You got the patch on the left.
Had the whole one piece.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's how we went out there, man. And let me see. Here's another one.
Okay.
Get this. So you can see me right there. I would sometimes wear the bandana.
Right. I see.
Right here, we are in Atlanta. That's where we at right there. We had to go
down in Atlanta during that time. Okay.
Yeah, we went to Atlanta during that time, going in, man. Now, my camera is in front of me, but I said to myself, and I'm glad I did it, I said, because I'm on the tripod, I said, man, let me remove myself from the back and go and stand in front so I could be in this shot for history. And that's what I did, bro. Yeah, man, we had systems.
Let me get some shine. Let me get some shine. Got you.
Yeah, man. I said, let me get some shine up in here too, because this is all going to be history. Right. And so leading up to that, I have met a lot of people, brother. A lot of people doing this. And so when Khalid Muhammad, and I say assassinated, biological warfare, chemical biological warfare.
You always say that.
I had young soldiers in my camp. You
Okay.
see what I'm saying? These young brothers right here. I had a whole group of them. Make no mistake about it, man. We had
you got the whole little young crew. You got the young squad with you there. Okay.
Now you see the young brother right here.
Sarnetta with his first camp.
You see the brother right here, right? The young one, the short one?
In the middle? Yeah, the one in the middle.
He's in prison right now for homicide. He's in prison. He's a grown man now. He's in prison right now for homicide. His name is Hannibal. Lil Hannibal. You know what I'm saying?
Do you still try to communicate with him? Does he try to communicate with you at all? Anything like
Malik
that?
Zulu Shabazz, they go, they see him. They see what's up, we talk to him. See, this is what I mean when I say formation. When you look at this, we in formation. Khalid will come through, right? I'm on the side taking a picture. I'm on the side watching, because I'm chairman. So we walking down, I'm taking the picture, and we all see how we all, look and make sure everybody's in formation. We be at parade rest, all of that, man. So
we call that a modern Shabbat. When you hear us say a modern Shabbat, that's parade rest.
General come in, right? Y'all always say, all right, y'all say something, and everybody say,
modern Shabbat. Yeah.
So we do the same thing. If Khalid was to come in, we say, tension, and everybody stop, boom, and get into your parade rest stand.
Okay.
And then he say at ease. Khalid will say at ease, and then we could go about our business and do what we do, finish moving. But I have met, now I'm jumping. After the death of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, I always said that, he was poisoned. I'm not going for that shit about a brain aneurysm. He was poisoned. Everybody else was like saying, nah, he was sick and he had a brain aneurysm. Sister Malika Let me see if I got Sister Malika here. Now, she was a high-ranking sister.
Okay.
Yeah, a high-ranking sister. She was the one that was supposed to take over the Black Panther Party. You know?
Okay.
But Malik Zulu Shabazz ended up taking over the Black Panther Party. Let me see if I got her in here. I got her in here somewhere. You know? Yeah, she's in here. Oh, here she go. You see her? That's Malika right there, Sister Malika.
Sister on the side. Okay, yeah, I see the sister. Yeah.
Yep. You see me? You see me? You see the name in the middle?
Yeah.
It got Minister Salik.
Yeah.
That was me right there. Minister Salik, chairman of Manhattan, New Black Panther Party.
Minister Salik.
I wasn't a minister. I was just chairman. I just put minister. You know,
no, that's fine.
My name. But yeah, I'm in the middle. That sister right there, she Ayo Captain, man.
Mm-hmm.
She hardcore. She hard body, bro. She was about no games. No games. Everybody, all the brothers respected Malika. The brother that you see at the other end is Hiram Ashanti. He was our national field marshal. He was the one that would go to every city to make sure, like, you know, if Khalid say, yo, go check out this, make sure they all right. Like, you got a field marshal who go around and come visit your movement. Like what's my man name? That you got that coming. I said I want you to interview him. I want to interview him.
General Muhammad.
Yes, General Muhammad. He might come to your city and see y'all and come in and sit down with y'all. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? General Muhammad. Well, that's what we had. He was the field marshal, Hiram Ashanti. I still speak with them to this day. I still talk with them to this day. The only one I don't talk to is this Sister Malika, brother. Sister Malika told me when Khalid Muhammad went down, she called me and said, Salik, because me and her was cool. We had a good relationship. She said, yo, Salik, get out. Get out now. And I'm like, get out? What you mean? Get out. It's like she knew something was going on.
Right.
Said, get out now. And I'm like, yo, I ain't never tell nobody this, bro. She was telling me to get out. Khalid did not die from no brain aneurysm.
Right. And because, like, was he unhealthy or something like that?
No.
I mean, because he struck me as a brother that was always in shape.
But shit, I had high blood pressure. I've been having high blood pressure for a long time. You know, I'm not saying it's good.
You got right. I'm surprised.
I'm not saying making it look like that's a good thing because you could get stroke and all that. But I got my little medication for that. You know, sometimes my pressure go up high. You know, fucking with this YouTube shit, yo, high blood pressure, bro. You know,
that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got that high blood pressure where you be going off on YouTube.
Leave this alone. So I stood with it for a little while, and then I kept hearing everybody trying to make excuses that Khalid Muhammad, he just died from a brain aneurysm. There was a brother, Michael Muhammad, who was with Khalid Muhammad. He was the one that was security for Khalid. As soon as Khalid Muhammad went down, he went right back to the Nation of Islam the next day, bro. He was back at the Nation of Islam. And it was shocking to me that Minister Louis Farrakhan didn't even come to the goddamn funeral, bro. He didn't even go to the funeral? No, sir. He didn't come to the funeral. He didn't even come to the funeral. But I tell you what he did do. He got up on stage and made a video and made some statements that Khalid Abdul Muhammad was gay.
No, he didn't.
Hey, yo, see?
Man.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. The video is out there. Everybody knows this now. I can say it. Because the video is out there. The video leaked. It was an in-house meeting between Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. And someone leaked the video. Leaked the video.
I wish we had that video to play. I did not know he said that. If you
search for it, you'll get it. Seek and you shall find, brother. It's out there. The video is out there, bro. Make no mistake about it. The video is out there. You know?
Right. How did that make you feel? You knew this back then?
I knew it back then, but I really didn't want to say nothing because this is a vicious thing. And I wasn't only thinking about myself, I was thinking about my family. Because if you could get Malcolm X and you could kill Khalid Muhammad and Dr. King and all these great powerful men. Who the hell am I? Who
Right,
the hell
but the
am I
reason-
that's trying to get me for speaking out?
The reason why I was asking you that, because like if I'm trying to get you back in that moment when you finding out all of these things. Like you a
see the
brother,
dude
you
right
down.
there? Hold on.
Yeah, I
The
see
dude
him.
right there
I see him.
behind Khalid Muhammad.
Yeah.
That's
behind him. Yeah, I see him.
His name is Michael Muhammad. He
Hmm.
was always with Khalid wherever he went. Now, some people were saying that Farrakhan had spies and had agents inside of our headquarters and what we were doing. This dude right here, he was with Khalid wherever he went. He was like Khalid's top security.
Okay.
The minute Khalid Muhammad died, he went back to the Nation of Islam and was set on a post. As soon as he got the nation, he was back minister of something. He was a minister of the youth. Yeah, he was a youth minister. So you ask yourself a question: how the fuck this nigga become a youth minister in the Nation of Islam right after Khalid Muhammad's death? Now, I'm not saying he has something to do with it, but it makes you think.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. For him to leave right away. I get what you're saying.
The brother
him
you
to
see
leave.
over here on the right is Aaron Michaels. He's
Okay.
the founder of the new Black Panther Party. He's the one that contacted Khalid Muhammad, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, and said that he would like for Khalid to be the national chairman of the Black Panther Party.
Okay.
I would love for Khalid to be the chairman, the national chairman. See, Aaron Michaels, founder of the new Black Panther Party. He's the founder of it. From
Okay,
Texas.
wait, let me turn this ticker off so the people can see it. Hold on, let me take this ticker off. Let me hide you. Okay, now they could actually read it now. So say it again.
Yeah,
They got-
Aaron Michaels is the founder of the new Black Panther Party. A lot of people think Khalid is the founder. No, Aaron Michaels contacted Khalid Muhammad and said, I want you to be the chairman of the new Black Panther Party. This is after Khalid was almost assassinated in
So
California.
it's almost like the brother knew that Khalid had the gift to fish him in, and so
Yes.
he was like the start. I got it. Okay, I
Right.
understand.
Khalid was almost assassinated in California. Don't forget, it was the Bloods and the Crips who came out to protect Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. With rifles, with shotguns. He's one of them brothers out here. And he said, nah, we need to start a new Black Panther Party. And next thing you know, that's where it all started, right there. It all started from there, brother. And then after Khalid left, oh, here go my girl right here, Sister Malika. That's us right there.
You look young as hell, right? Son, you look young as hell.
People talk a lot of mess, but I put my life on the line. Whenever Khalid Muhammad came to New York, I stood with him. It was my chapter that had to secure him. You know what I'm saying? Like when General Yohana, let's say General Yohana move out and he goes to Philly or Washington, it's the Philly chapter and all of them that's gonna come out. You know, and secure him. So whenever he came to Harlem, it's my chapter.
It was your job, right?
And I was the one side by side with him. So if they would have got him, you know, they would have got me. You know, right there. I'm walking side by side him. You see? Look at the boots shining too, bro. We had to keep our joints shining.
You had to be clean, right? You had to be clean.
You know what I'm saying? And see, me, I always put a little style to my shit. You see, that's why I got the bandana and I got the button on my joint right there. I always had a little flair, you know, throw some style to it, you know? So that's Sister Malika right there, who was nothing to play with. She was a bad sister. She was a bad sister, man. And so that's where I learned a lot of my militancy from. And so after Khalid left, I said, now what am I going to do? Do I just stay home?
That's
and
what
do
I was
what?
going to ask you. Right. That's what I was going to ask you. So what
man,
do
I
you
see
do?
the picture. Thank you. Here's the brother, Shabazz, who I met in the penitentiary.
So he's the one that sparked you coming into dealing with Khalid Muhammad. Gotcha.
And that's why I think y'all say the Most High, but I give the credit to the spirit and power of the ancestors. But y'all might say, nah, bro, it was the Most High who brought all these people in your life. You know?
We definitely would say that.
Yeah, it started from this young brother right here, Brother Shabazz. He lives in the Bronx now. I see him once in a blue moon, you know, and he's the brother that threw the book on my bed. Message to the Black Man. Me and him was the only one walking around the penitentiary with the bow ties on. And we was recruiting in the penitentiary, brother. You hear me? That's how my bid went smooth. We recruiting. So they as a righteous brother. I was never getting into trouble. That's why I did my bid real smooth. I wasn't getting into the trouble like some of the brothers just go to play ball, go work out and all this stuff. No, I was in that joint recruiting and teaching. Okay. And so they started breaking up us because in the yard, you can't have no more than 3 people walking around.
Like gathered together, they look at y'all like a gang or something.
Because they thinking we trying to break out or trying to do something, do a hit or something like that.
Right.
You know. And so that's the brother Shabazz. Shout out to brother Shabazz. And so after all of that, what do I do now? I said, you know what? I'm gonna carry on this message. I'm gonna continue to do what I do. And so where do I go? I hit 125th Street. And I just started going in, bringing my bullhorn, one-man army, because everybody left. And that's
so it was just you. Right. So now, wait, before you do that, like, how did you pick the spot? Like, so I know what this image is that we're looking at right now, because this is on 125th, but how did you go about picking this particular spot that you chose to bring the bullhorn?
Okay, at first I chose the spot down the block. It was a vegetarian spot down the block, juice bar. It's called the Juice Bar. Dave ran a juice bar. So I chose that spot first. It was on Lenox Avenue, between right around the corner from where y'all used to teach at. On 125th, but it was down the block. It was called the Juice Bar. And so I'm in front of his spot and I'm going in. I'm lighting fire to the crackers, to everybody. He came out, started calling the police. Yo, we got to get him from in front of our store. He running away our customers. So I said, you know what? Let me get away from here. I started looking around where I'm going to go. I seen the Mark 125. I said, oh, this is the spot right here. Mark 125. I'm going to hang my picture up, get my bullhorn, and bro, I've been there for like 15 years straight, Captain. Right in front of Mark 125, bro. For 15 years straight, going in, tearing a white man a new one. I used to see Hashar and Daniel Allah, and they would always walk past me, and they would be in formation. They would be in the line. And they would walk past me every Saturday. They would walk past me, and I'd be like, "Uh-oh, here go the Israelites." But I ain't think nothing of it. I know they going down there to put in work. So the white people walk past me and get beat the hell up, and then they walk down the block and get beat the hell up by Hassan. You see what I'm saying?
It's like tag teaming.
Yeah, it was like tag team. I was ruthless, bro. I was going in.
Did being across from the Apollo help, like, with the traffic? Now I know 125th is always a popular street because of the nostalgia of it and the history of it. Did being across the Apollo, did that help, like, with like the foot traffic or anything like that, or was it always just like traffic around that area? Well,
it was always at that time back then. 125th Street stayed packed, Captain. They stayed packed. People, when I come out, and especially on Saturday, people had to walk in the street to get around, to get by. They had to walk in the street, literally walk in the street. Cops came. Cops tried to move me. They tore my pictures down one day and told me the next time I see you, I'm locking you up.
Now explain the pictures. Explain the pictures.
The lynchings. You know, I had the lynchings and all that. I was the first one to have the lynchings. I even went downtown to give the lynchings to Brother Zabak. He was the first Israelite that I was messing with. Brother Zabak. I was like, yo, this my man. And he was the first one I seen who put the cracker on his knees, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh man, I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, because they remind me of our teachers a little bit. The only thing different is that y'all was coming out of the Bible. And I was loving it at that time. I ain't gonna lie. I almost could have been an Israelite, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I could have been an Israelite.
So now what stopped you from doing it?
When I got exposed to the YouTube Israelites. When I got on YouTube, but I almost was a Hebrew Israelite, and I probably would have been a part of Zabak. And he was the only one I knew for at that time. And then I would see I would go down the block sometime. Seti would come and I would say, yo, Seti, let's go down the block. And I took Seti down the block. Next thing you know, him and Ashar going back and forth. That's on YouTube. You got to see that.
Right.
That's on YouTube. And that next thing you know, they going at it. They banging. I'm like, oh, shit, they going at it. Next thing you know, there's other people. Every Saturday, we had something going on. So
that kind of was the birth of, because now before we get to this part, just a brief reset. For those that don't know, you're and Captain Tazaryach in the Lab podcast. This is episode number 4. I'm sitting down with my man Sinetta, a brother that has been a stalwart when it comes to this conscious community, when it comes to getting out this information, when it comes to setting up the debates that we do to this day. You can say he would be the pioneer of it. Nobody was really doing it onto this level. We're going to be segueing into that part. I'd also want to do a quick reset on Clubhouse. Welcome to One West Home of the Truth. If you're on Clubhouse and you got a green ticket, excuse me, a pink ticket, that means you're not a member. You want to make sure you click that house up at the top. I'll definitely make sure you get added as a member. We have 117 people in the room. Let's make sure we share this room. It's a public space. If Sinetta has time, we may do a Q&A if he wants to take some questions. And then we'll go from there. But this has been a jewel. Like the picture Sinetta has shown, the history that he's given from his background. We're getting into the psyche of what makes Sinetta or made Sinetta or Salik. Excuse me. Frankie becomes Salik, and then Salik becomes Sinetta. So that we don't cover.
I was first Frankie. Then in the street, my name was Doc.
Okay, so Frankie.
I was nice with the rock.
Wait, you was for basketball? No, you didn't say that. Remember,
bro? I was nice.
One of the questions, one of the questions I had asked was like, "Was you in the sports?" So you used to play basketball too?
Yeah, like all the people that know me from back then. One day we might be walking on 137th, and you'll hear people, "Yo, Doc, yo, Doc." They don't know me by Sarnetta. They call you know how you have your old friends be like, "Yo, call you name y'all grew up with." They be like Doc, and you can come and say, "Yo, why y'all call this nigga Doc?" Man, I was shaking and baking everybody out there, all of that. So that was my name, and from there I became, Salik, and then Sarnetta. I'll tell you how I get the name Sarnetta. Right.
Got you. So we got Frankie, Doc, Salik, and now we're segueing into you start doing the stuff on the street with the bullhorn, with the slave signs. You interact with Zabak down with the Israelites down there, and in seeing that Seti goes back and forth with Hashar in the street, and so that segues you into, I'm assuming, where we're going to get into the stage. Like, what made you get into the realm or the world that you're in now?
Okay. After seeing,
I'm assuming. I ain't rushing you, but I'm assuming that's where we're going.
After going down, checking out my man Zabak, which was a good thing because I needed that fire to keep me going. Because I was like, damn, ain't nobody else out here doing what I'm doing. And so I go downtown, I see Zabak, I see the militancy, I see all of this. I see Zabak beat up this white man, a big white man, because they have their little containers, their donations. So the white man took a quarter out of his pocket and threw it at Zabak. And Zabak came over there and punched him in his damn face. Once Zabak did that, all the rest of the Hebrews came around him and started going in.
Right.
The police came, and luckily they got it on video because they said that, the white man threatened him. He started it.
Okay.
And so that's how they get away with that one. So I see the white man is on his knees and all of that. And I said, oh, shit. I got to bring this shit back uptown to Harlem. And so share my screen.
I got to take advantage of this. I got to
do this shit. And people was like, yo, that nigga got to be an agent. He got to be working for them. How is Sarnetta making them get on the ground? Well, shit, if you come there and you see me on that bullhorn, you'll see it. So share my screen.
No, you could do it yourself. You talking about this one? I'm sorry.
Yeah, share my screen. So I took it uptown, and I would have, every time I got a chance to see a white boy or a white woman, I would make them get down on their hands and knees. I'm like, yo, y'all need to pay homage, man. And there go the pictures behind me is the lynching pictures. I said, I'm going to go downtown, I'm going to blow these up, and I'm going to begin to teach. I'm going to read about every one of them, Frank Embry, all of them, and be able to drop it. And that's what I did, Captain. I read the story coming out of Without Sanctuary.
Got you.
And I was able to break down each and every one of their stories. And so every white man that came by, I was like, yo, man, get down on your hands and knees. If you're going to stand here, get on your hands and knees and let me teach. You can't just be standing up watching me teach. You got to get down. And so you see them right here.
Yeah, I see him.
The people coming around. And that's when people's like, yo, why is he doing that? You know, my most criticism came from sisters. Why is he doing that? Why is he making them get on their knees? Hey, go Becky. I don't care how good you may look, Becky. Get your ass down on all four. Get out. I'm going in. Harshaw and them would come by and they would see this. And like, the white boy, he came by playing the music. I said, get down on the floor and play the music, nigga. Play the music for us. Let us hear you. And he would get on his hands and knees and sometime I would get on their back. You know, like, here, nigga, you gonna be my dog, nigga. I'm gonna get on your back and I'm pointing the camera down.
Wait, for those that listen, if you listen to it on Clubhouse,
I'm dragging the shirt, I'm pulling it.
Yeah, I want to get so for those that's listening on Clubhouse side, now they got this picture on here where he got this white boy bent down and he's on him like you ride a animal. And so
that's the way I looked at it. That's the way I looked at it. He was that to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I would do this every day. I would put the rope around their neck just to show them, yo, these motherfuckers, they need to be hung. They need to be lynched. I'm telling you, I was on my militant shit back then. Until I got to YouTube. YouTube made me look at it like, God damn.
That's before you get to the YouTube part side, when you did these exercises, right? I know you mentioned that the black women would say something, but what did this do for people, like for the people that are watching it? Did it like encourage them? Did it strengthen? Like what did you feel was the reception? That's what I'm, because a lot of people, you know, we do that. So like the Israelites do that where you get them on their knees and stuff like that. And I don't think they realize. Right.
Captain, the youth loved it. They would come by and they would laugh, but I would tell them why. I tell them, like, there was a time when our mothers and fathers were scrubbing their toilet bowls. We was on our hands and knees. Right. You know, and I would use that famous scripture that says there's going to be a time where they will come to bow down to you before your foot. I'm paraphrasing it. I don't know how it goes. But you know, I've been learning all of that from the Hebrews, you know. Right. And so I would use that as my explanation of breaking it down and going in. And so I would be teaching so hard on the 125th. I would make them bow down to our elders that was out there. Get down and bow down. Look at the people on the side taking pictures. They would love that. They would see me out there and they were like, God damn, so another going in. And so I would teach every day. And here's one right here. I would teach every day. I think this was a Hispanic man. I don't know. But I seen it in the comment. They say, yo, sorry, he Hispanic. But I didn't know who he was. Here you go right here. He was a big white boy. I got that on video. Y'all never saw that video?
Yeah, I think you played that before.
Yeah, yeah, I can show you that. That was on video. And let me show you. So as I'm doing this, I'm going all the way in. And then you can see the people that started coming around. These are Malcolm X grandsons. These are Malcolm X I met so many people that would come through because they heard that there was a kid on 125th Street going in and teaching, right? And so both of these brothers are Malcolm X grandsons right here. This is the brother that got killed, the one that got on the Che Guevara. He got killed in Mexico. Y'all know about that, right, Brother Shabazz?
No, I didn't. I wasn't aware of that.
Oh, you ain't know he got killed?
No.
Yeah, he got killed. I think he got thrown off of a building somewhere in Mexico.
In Mexico?
Yeah, in Mexico.
Damn.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was a while ago, man. This right here, brothers used to come by to see me. He would come by every weekend to be out there with me. This brother is Julian X. He was Malcolm X personal secretary.
Okay.
This was Malcolm X secretary. And they would all come out there to be with me and give me that strength. That's how, you know, that's how I was able to do what I do. Without them, I wasn't going to be able to do all that.
Right. Of course,
I had famous people coming through.
Oh, there go Rakim.
I interviewed Rakim. I don't know if y'all saw that video, but Rakim came through a few times.
Okay.
Watch me and stand by there. Method Man came through one time, right? And he said, man, I'm going to come back and I'm going to bring a group of kids and they're going to be there to listen to you speak. And so there he go right there with his group of kids.
Yeah, he brought the kids to come.
Yeah, he brought the kids. Bro, I was out there doing
history
my thing,
that.
bro. People don't know. They think I'm just some nigga that just popped up on YouTube. I've been on the streets of Harlem teaching for years, Cap.
Right, and that's what I was gonna say. People, I don't think people realize those signs, similar to like the signs we have at camp, are more informational sometimes than the words because the pictures are galvanizing. When you see the pictures, it makes you stop and say, okay, we got these pictures here. What's this about? And so now you get to teach, and you like you say, you doing it so long. That's Jadakiss right there. You do it so long. That's
my sons right there. Both of them are my sons, Asante and my other son, Nigel. And so, you know, he took a picture with them. He got the video, 500 years of lynching from me on video. As you can see, the pictures is on the side.
Yeah, I see the
right
pictures.
there in front of them. Yeah, now you know Asante a grown man now.
Right. He an old grown man now. He a young boy right there.
Yeah, he grown now. So everybody would come out just to see me and get pictures with me. David Banner, remember?
Yeah, we interviewed David.
I called you. I said, yo, Cap, I got David Banner coming back. I said, yo, he called me and said, yo, sir, I'm coming back to Harlem. I said, oh, shit, let me call Captain Tazaryach so he can interview him. Remember when I called you?
Yeah, no, and we went right to his spot in Manhattan and interviewed him. I remember that.
Who is that, Captain? Who is that?
That's not Grandmaster Flash.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I almost said Cool Herc.
Grandmaster Flash, brother. They all would come out and see me. This brother would come out all the time. Who this, Cap?
That's Cool Herc right there. No,
that's Melly Mel, brother.
Melly Mel. Yeah,
Melly Mel. He would come out all the time to sit there and just watch me. And as I'm teaching. You see this one?
Yeah. Yeah, he always stayed in shape too.
Yeah. Yeah, he always stays in shape. Here's another picture of him right here.
Right.
Now he's in front of the pictures with me.
Right.
And not only him, but also Ghostface. Method Man was like, yo, nigga, you got to go uptown to Harlem, nigga. That nigga be going crazy out there, putting them crackers on his legs, on them knees, nigga. You got to get out there. And I got on the Nat Turner shirt. Right there. I got on my Nat Turner shirt.
Yep, I see it right there.
So, you know, even Stedman, you know who Stedman is.
Oprah.
There you have it. There you have it. He walked away with like 3 or 4 videos.
This man got Oprah man out here. That's crazy as hell.
No, he walked away with like 3 or 4 videos, bro. 3 or 4 videos that he bought from me. And you know who you see right there?
Let me see. Nah, that's I don't know.
New York Knicks, man. Thompson, man. How you don't know Thompson, bro?
Because he didn't do nothing for us, though.
Yeah, you're right. He ain't really do nothing. Here's my man again to show you that he always came through. Rakim again, showing you he always came through. I think this the one that I interviewed him on right here, this video, because I remember what he had on. And the girl from Sankofa, she had to come through. That's the one that was being raped in the movie Sankofa when she went through the door of no return. Remember?
Right.
Did you see the movie Sankofa?
Some of it, not the whole thing.
That's her. That's her. She had to come through. Man, listen, I had people talking about me in UK, in France, all over. It didn't matter who you was. You're going to get on your knees if you come in here. She ain't want to get on both of them, but at least she nailed down and got on one.
Arrogant.
And that's why I always give credit to the Israelites because I got that from y'all. I make no mistake about that. So when Method Man leaving, he like, yo, one, good looking, you know? Teaching.
No,
and that's what's good about Method Man because Method Man would come through and teach. And you see Immortal Technique.
Yeah, I remember Immortal Technique.
He even spit a verse for me out there.
Okay.
You know? So these was the good old days, man. And these was the DVD, not the DVD days. These was the VHS days.
VHS, right.
You see the crowd I got around me?
Hey, this generation might not even know what a VHS is. Yeah, I see the crowd.
Right. You see that crowd? Bro, come on, man. I had that shit damn near every day going in, and I'm by myself, Captain. Y'all got an army. I was out there with my bullhorn by myself going in.
Solo. You was out there solo.
Going in, bro. And that's what kept me sharp. People would come by just to get pictures, to stand right there with me. They bring their students from the school because they wasn't learning this in school.
Nah,
they wasn't learning none of this.
Then, the history that we was learning back then was not our history. So you on the street is almost like a living class or a live class that they could come by and take a look at. And so that's what made it more interesting. And with the fire, I tell you, getting white people on their knees, that's Professor Smalls, right?
That's Professor Smalls. He always called me his son. He called me his son.
That's the young Smalls. But I don't think people realize they see you getting white people on their knees, they're going to recognize there's some type of power to do that. Because we're so used to being the ones being put on our knees, the ones our back being beat. So when when you see something, when you see it in reverse, it's inspiring. Like, how was he able to do that? Why is he not afraid? All of that are good teaching tools to do it. And I hope people look at the lesson, and because a lot of people give us the same flack they give you. Like, why y'all doing that to them?
See, the youth, that was my goal. Teach them kids, teach the babies about the lynchings.
Right.
That's what I was doing right there, brother.
You know, you got to come back out.
Oh man, they said that, but I can't do that like that because of my what happened to me and what I've been diagnosed with after that.
Right.
But I tell you one thing, y'all, I get this from the Hebrews and I give y'all credit, but there's one thing I did that y'all didn't do, Captain.
What's that?
Put a Jew on his knees.
No, we did that.
Put a Jew on his knees, goddamn it.
No, we did that.
Jew on his knees. You see him?
No, yeah, I see it. I see it.
He's trying to hide his face because he know if his people see him
right.
What's he doing bowing down to this nigga? And you see him with his strings on the side of him.
I see it. I see it. I see. We've done that too.
He got his turban on his head. I mean, what they call it? The yarmulke. What they call it?
The yarmulke. They call it.
He got his little yarmulke. I'm standing over him. I got my fist up in the air. There's another shot of me when I grabbed him by the neck. I gotta look for that. I got him by the neck, bro. Where's that one at? Let me find that. Oh man, that was a good one. I got him by the neck and I'm holding.
I see you reminiscing.
Oh yeah.
I told you this was gonna be a good interview, sir.
I got him by the neck, boy. Look at this one right here. I called all my peoples over. I was like, yo, come on, y'all. Let's get this old man.
Look at
yeah, buddy.
He looks stressed out. He looks stressed out in that picture. He looks stressed out in that picture, man.
He praying. He praying for forgiveness. I said, yo, you need to pray to your mother and father, nigga, for forgiveness. And I'm going in on him. I'm going in on him. See, my man.
You might have to re-upload some of them videos.
Yo, he always came through. There you go again, Melly Mel. And now look at him. He holding the red, black, and green. And I'm suited and booted that day.
Right.
Militant style.
Yeah,
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he came through. He had to come through. When he came through Harlem, he walked right past us. Minister Louis Farrakhan. He walked right past us, bro. And so
somebody in the chat said we need this side back. Somebody said that in the chat. We need that side back.
And so you know who I'm interviewing right now, right?
That's Malcolm's daughter, right?
There you go. That's Malcolm X's daughter.
Yeah.
I even interviewed her. She came out with. And you see, even who is that?
That's Cornel West. That's when they had the debate, right? When they had the debate against each other.
No, they didn't have a debate. They was just
It was a conference.
They had a conference.
Right, they had a conference. Right.
So,
yeah, I remember.
And you see, I'm right here with the killer right here.
Yeah, that's a Shaw right there.
That's my man. Look at him. He put that on my neck too. I'm like, yo, get this stuff off me, bro. Yo, nah, you gonna take a picture. So I'm like, all right, man, come on, man.
And I can hear him talking just like that to get you.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
So now, as we doing that, right? When it came to doing into the debate world, because most people think your debate started now. But from what I remember, I know you did it with the Nuwabians and Zabak first, but was the sit downs you had first, because you would have people at your crib early in the game too. So
yes, but finish your question, bro.
Like which ones came first? Like what would be like the first debate that you had? if you could, could go back in time and like, what would be the first? Would it be the Nuwabians and Sabak?
The first debate I had live before the World Ticket box office was my brother Zabak and Sister Sakina. Shout out to Sister Sakina from the Nuwabians.
Right.
And Zabak crushed them, smashed them. I was like, God damn. They had that dude on there with Zabak that he was going in on Reggie.
Yeah. You talk about I like
him. I like that little nigga. Man.
The early garments that I used to wear. That's the brother that used to make them. That same brother.
Yeah.
So he's the one. The black garment I had, the beige garment. Damn near every garment I had except like my last two. He made those garments for me. The brother he's an excellent tailor. But I remember watching the video, seeing Zabak. I saw him. I saw you with your little ad-lib. For those that don't know, so I've never been biased the whole time. Because I remember when you was interviewing, when you was like interceding in there, you was like, yeah, none of that is real. There wasn't no Abraham. There wasn't no Exodus. You were saying all that back then. So walk us through getting into that world. Like, I'm assuming you contact Zabak. Walk us through how you set that up. Like, how did you go about doing that?
All right. Now at this time, there's no Polite nowhere in the picture. Polite was scared of me. He knew me, but I didn't know him. And so I would always go downtown, see Zabak, and I always hear them talk about how they would tear the Nuwabians up. And then I would go past the Nuwabians and hear them always talk about how Doc would ask them all these questions and they couldn't deal with Doc's questions, Dr. York.
Okay. Right.
At this time, I had Sister Sakina working with me, not working for me, but she was working with me. She would come and get DVDs from me to put in her store, and we would split the proceeds. You know, if I give you $2,000 worth, you'll bring me back $1,000.
Gotcha.
Like that. So we would do that. We did that for like damn near 3 to 4 years. My DVDs was in damn near every store in Brooklyn, Captain. Even in New Jersey, Captain. That's a fact. Yes, my DVDs. That's how my word was spreading out all over the world, all over. So they was in the Muslim stores. The Muslims wanted it. Melchizedek, shout out to my man. You know the elder Melchizedek. He had a nice store, and he was in Brooklyn. And so the Nuwabians had my stuff, and they was all out there. And so that's how I was like, yo, Sakina, I would love to see this debate go down with you and the Hebrew Israelites. And they was like, yo, set it up, Sal. We could do it at my spot. We got the plot and everything. I was like, what? And next thing you know, I go downtown, I speak to Zabak. I said, yo, Zabak, I got this much for you. But I was still giving them over 1,000 more. I wasn't giving them no less money, no little money. I was giving them thousands plus. You know, if I had to fly you in, I'll fly you in, put you in a hotel, treat you like the president, nigga, and bring you in. And I'll put you in the 5-star hotel, 6-star, whatever. And the best, had the best. So that's how that went down. And Zabak, and next thing you know, the debate is on. We started promoting it. It began to get bigger and bigger. Everybody's like, yo, Sar, you got to keep doing this. Keep doing this. Next thing you know, that's how the debates grew. And then I just started doing one-on-one interviews. Like you call your show podcast, but shit, back then, that's what I was doing, podcast.
Right, that's what you was doing, right. It just wasn't called podcast. Right, it just wasn't called podcast.
So and that's what people in on the couch and let them speak. You know, go ahead.
That's what I was going to say. So that's where you would see like the old videos of like SETI, the Mighty Hebrew, the Moors, all of them. You started seeing like all of them. And it seemed like it just became a boom of now we in the Black information age. Right. But now it became okay to not bang each other like physically, but to bang on information to where now, okay, you say you believe this and this is the way, I challenge you on that. That's what it seemed like. So was after you do that debate and you do the sit downs, like what was the next big debate that you had that came up after?
Damn, if I can remember, it was Sarah Supanseti and brother Aleem El Bay. That was like the biggest, not the biggest.
The Moors, right?
Yeah, that wasn't the biggest one. The biggest one was Kimmon on Trial.
Kimmon on Trial, right? That was the
people in there. That's where I got robbed and sniped that. for my man Snipe me. But it's all, we good. Shout out to you, brother Polite. Shout out to my man Polite. I'm hoping, brother, that everything is good with your case and it don't come out, it comes out right.
We might talk about that a little later.
And so that was the next one. The next big one was Brother Aleem takes on the General Sarah Supersetti. Now, Brother Aleem got his ass beat so bad. When people get beat, you know what they do? They blame me.
Right.
Nigga Aleem, after he got his ass whipped, I started hearing videos about him on YouTube talking about, Sarnetta, he ain't even telling me what the debate was about or what was, what? How you gonna do a debate and don't know what the debate is about? So that's why you know you're lying. So if I'm paying you to do a debate, why you not gonna say, well, Sarnetta, what's the topic of the debate? You supposed to know to get prepared. So he lied there. And he was talking about, talking about that, but said he smashed him. Said he killed him. I
heard a lot of Moors was mad at Seti for that. That's what I heard. A lot of Moors mad.
Yeah, so man. So the next one was I think that's when me and Polite got to know each other. But we didn't get to know each other right away. I used to be on the street on 125th Street and going in hard body. Polite even talked about it. He told the story. And Polite sent Aminette to come give me a book. Now, when I first seen Aminette, I'm like, damn, who the fuck are you, baby? What's going on, baby? Because Polite ain't show up. I'm looking at Aminette. She young. She like this. And I'm looking at her. She's black and dark. I'm like, God damn, baby, what's going on? What's up? And she come by and I'm looking at her and I didn't know who she was, but that's Polite girl. But I didn't know because I didn't know Polite. You know what I'm saying? He sends this woman. She gives me a book. And she said, I want you to know that Polite have you in his book. And I'm like, Polite? Who the fuck is Polite?
Right.
Who the fuck is Polite? She said her man. Then when she said her man, I was like, oh, okay, tell him to come on. I was happy. I was like, yo, that's what's up. Good. He got me in the book. But he's going at me in the book. Because he always heard me going at Dr. York. So
he defended Dr. York.
I'm thinking he bigging me up in the book. But I'm like, yo, tell that nigga come on over here. Bring his ass over here. Like that. Outside. And I got the crew around me, everybody. I said, tell that nigga come on out. Polite came out later on. I don't know if anybody heard it. He said, man, that nigga Sarnetta was wild back in the days. He was on the other side of the street, Captain. I don't give a damn how wild a nigga is. I am not sending my woman to another nigga to give him something. No. Who does that?
Like why would you put your woman in harm's way like
Even
that?
though I'm not no savage, I wasn't going to do nothing to him. But then you give me the permission to push up on her.
Fear over information.
Because I'm looking at her as something else. I'm like, oh shit. She probably want to hit me off. Give me some of the tang or something. I'm out here doing what I do. Shit, But then she pulled out the book and said, my man, Polite. He told me, give you this. I'm like, oh, you got a man. Okay, my bad. I'm thinking you coming over to be friendly and shit. No disrespect to my brother Polite. No disrespect, brother. But you send a woman to another man not knowing, you got to expect that type of shit. So no disrespect to my brother because I didn't know. And once I got to know, there was no disrespect at all from there. So you can't take that as disrespectful.
So after that more debate, and then now you interacting with Polite. I'm assuming Polite gets the strength to come and finally talk.
And I finally looked at who he was, and we sat down and we had a nice laugh, and he was telling me this and that. Next thing you know, we started getting closer and closer. Then he started giving me his work. He's looking at my table and like, God damn, I need to get my stuff up here. I need to get my video up here. Because this is where they at. This is where they going. So he started coming around every Saturday, seeing me out. The next thing you know, he's coming through. I'm interviewing him, and he's out there tearing motherfuckers' ass up. I'm talking about we had the Nation of Guards, we had the Moors, We had the Hebrews. You wasn't there though, but we had some Hebrews.
That's when you had the cat with the dreads and the short dark skin.
Right. Perry and all of them.
Perry. Yeah,
you know?
Perry.
And so we out there getting it in every Saturday. It was a nice build, man. And I got that from, shout out to the Nation of Gods and Earths. They used to always have a cipher. Right. It was a cipher that they would do every Saturday in the park, where they would come around and they would have a cipher. And I said, yo, I got to bring the cipher back. That right there was in my mind as well. And so every Saturday, I made sure I called people up. Yo, come on out. We're going to be out here on the 125th. Come on out. I would call everybody, gather them up. Next thing you know, we out there deep. The only thing that really stopped me from doing that was when that COVID came. That's what really slowed me down.
Other than that, because remember, that's when it was supposed to be a double header. It was supposed to be myself and the brother from Texas, and then Jabari and Garfield. We were supposed to do it at their Brooklyn College, I believe. And so COVID did slow a lot of that stuff down. So now, as Polite is doing all of that, was his first debate that was against Malik, right? Am I correct?
No. His first debate wasn't against Malik. Malik was last. Remember, he debated Ali Muhammad. Right. He debated Sarah Seti before Malik. He debated a lot of people.
Ali Muhammad was later, because Ali Muhammad, I think, was after me and his debate.
No.
You talk about young Ali. You talk about Ali Muhammad, the young boy, right?
Yeah, the Muslim brother. The one that your brother was supposed to debate, remember?
Right. Yeah, so that debate came after me and his debate.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one came after me and him. So, because I remember, so the ones I remember is, I know the one with Seti was controversial because that's when Seti went into Sodom misinterpreted, remember?
Now, at that time, me and Seti was cool because we were red, black, and green.
Right.
And Polite was on the outside. Polite was all right with me, but I wasn't rolling with Polite. I was against Polite, and I was against Polite when he went up against Malik, because we Black Power. So, I'm rolling with my crew. So Polite, he gets his boys from Brooklyn to jump to Seti and try to take Seti's goddamn computer while he's live, because he was going in on Dr. York ass so hard, Polite was hurt. And he told his crew, he said, yo, go take that nigga computer. Now, this is before the audience. We got over 300, 400 people in the building. These goons come up and try to take Seti's computer. Man, I grabbed the mic, bro, stepped up on this table and was like, what the hell are you doing, Polite? Are you out your goddamn man? I just went off on Polite. Stand the hell down. Stand the hell down. Fall back like that. Because, Polite will tell you that's the truth. And, yeah, man. So he tried to take the computer from Seti.
Because he didn't want the information that was coming out.
Yeah, Seti ain't had no security. Polite always came with security.
Always.
Because he wanted to be like the big boss, the baller. Yo, this is how I roll. Wherever he go, he rolling with Crips. That's how Polite was rolling. Yeah. And so, man, it was just on and popping ever since then. And then the COVID came, and that right there slowed me down because of my condition, the lupus.
Right.
And I just was never able to go back out there. I tried it, but I was toe up. I was done. I done caught COVID 4 times.
Yeah, 4 times?
Yeah, I caught it 4 times.
I remember when you caught it the one time I didn't know you had,
the first time I caught it, I was like, damn, I ain't gonna make it because of, my immune system was weak with this thing. Right. And I happened to make it, man. I made it. The second time I caught it, I was sick, but not like I was the first time. You see, because it always built up more.
Right. So, because you get more immune, like when you survive it, you can get it again. But
and I think that's why I cough now. But I got a big appointment tomorrow for my doctor to go see why I still keep coughing. So that right there, hopefully they can stop that.
So now, before one more part of the debate, I would be remiss if I didn't put, I guess, our interaction involved in that. I remember when you first came to our camp, I think you filmed us speaking that day.
Yeah, you were scared of Seti because I gave you the DVD. Your ass was scared to death. You were shitting on yourself, bro. That's why you threw it away. You seen it, and you threw that shit away, scared to death, boy.
I remember Sa came up the first week you came up there, right? You was all, smooth with it. Hey man, I just want to film you brothers, man. I appreciate the work y'all doing. Can I film? Oh yeah, go ahead and film. And then you come back, you're like, hey man, we ever do a debate here? Check this DVD out. And I think the DVD was like SETI destroys the Bible. It was like some crazy like destroyed. I can't believe this brother just gave this video, and that's what made me throw it. I'm not watching this video, but we exchanged numbers at the time. Right. And I remember y'all came around that corner. We was at camp, and it was you, Polite, and like the whole squad. Y'all came around the corner deep. I mean, y'all was deep, and I'm looking like, damn, I ain't know y'all was coming like that. And then Polite comes in front of the camp. You know, we have the back and forth. After that, we link up. The funniest part to me was when we did the Black and Nobel interview, because, and I tell this story, but being that we're doing an interview, like, I don't know if Sidnet and Polite will admit that they tried to set me up, but I looked at it like a setup because I'm gonna tell you why I said so. Polite hits me up, or it could have been Sidnet, and they was like, you know, we done had 2 debates on the street. We want to do something different. Let's go to Black and Nobel. It'd just be me, you, and Sidnet. It'd just be us doing the interview. So I'm thinking Black and Nobel. They tell me it's a bookstore. I'm thinking like Starbucks. You know, when you can go to Starbucks, you can get your coffee, you can sit down on the side, or even the Barnes and Nobles where you can buy the book and you can sit down. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a quiet event. Side, do you remember when Polite was pushing that he was an African so heavy and he wanted to come to our school, and we said we're not letting you into school because you're African? You remember that? We wouldn't let Polite come to the school because he was pushing that he was the old African thing. And I remember when we walked up in the building and I see Polite teaching, and it's like 40 or 50 people in the room. And that's what made me say, oh, they set me up like that. I didn't know I was coming to a room of like 40 or 50 people in the room. But that weigh-in to me was like one of the best weigh-ins. It was crazy. It was wild. Sidnetta got in the spirit, talk about, y'all fighting this brother because he's saying you the gods, you this, you did all that. Like, you was in the spirit too. And that's when I think Sutek and Polite got into it. So that whole experience, it was brand new for me, but I pretty much been joined to doing debates with y'all, well, with you particularly, like ever since then. And of course we had the debate after that. Then you had what you said was your biggest
debate. Polite did feel embarrassed because I looked at him and I seen this whole mood change when his wife tried to get in on the action.
Oh, okay, right.
Go there and tell her, yo, you got to be quiet. This is what they always do. Be quiet.
Right.
Why are you jumping in it?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's what she asked about that Bartholin gland.
Yeah, you said you need to keep your mouth shut. I said, oh shit, damn, cat.
Yeah, that was crazy back then, man.
Yeah, that was fire. That was fire.
That was fire during them times, man. And of course, we had the debate in Brooklyn, which I thought was from an experience perspective, I thought that was a real good debate after that. Now, you say your biggest debate was the Kemet on trial.
Kemet on trial, because y'all was scared to do the Hebrews on trial. You know, Israel on trial, because I wanted to do a one coming back, the Israelites on trial, and y'all didn't want it. Not you, but the other Hebrews.
Okay, I'm glad you excluded me from that. So the Kemet on trial comes, and that involved, I believe, the Amon-Ra squad, Polite. It was just the Amon-Ra, and Shaka, right? Amon-Ra squad, Polite, and Shaka, and then I believe it was GOCC, Nasi, Daniel, Zion Lex,
all of y'all. He was taking on all of y'all. Hashar. Don't forget Hashar.
Hashar was in there. Like, I'm gonna say the wildest moment was, for me personally, the wildest moment was in Polite's opening round, as he saying everything. He made the whole room go crazy when he said, I bet I don't hear that Kwame Yashala shit no more, do I? And the room rocks. When I say the room went insane, the room went insane when he said,
you can hear that shit all the way outside. Kwame Yashala.
Like that was like the livest debate that I've seen. Like it because like you said, it was packed. Because like for those that's never been to the Alhambra Ballroom, it has a lower floor and has the upper deck, and everything was packed. I mean, it was so packed. I mean, so many people came from all over just to see that event. That was probably the most craziest time.
Yeah, that was the biggest and best debate.
Yeah, that was like the biggest and best debate. I think a lot of people still talk about that to this day. You had mentioned Polite with the case. Like, how do you feel about Polite with the case? I mean, and the reason why I asked you this question because everybody knows that y'all have the history together and stuff like that. And I know he was at my school a year before that happened. We had did a sit down at the school. We was thinking about doing a part 2 of our debate. Of course, he gets this case. So how do you feel about him putting himself in that position, or what is your position? How do you feel about what the brother has as far as that case going?
Yeah, one of the things I know is that this was going on when I went to Miami, me and my wife, Cynthia, to take a vacation. Okay. Now, at the time of us taking a vacation, I didn't know that this was going on already. I found out when I got back home that was the time when the police came and started questioning him and was getting him. They questioned him that day. But I got into Miami later on that evening and that shit was over, but he didn't even tell me nothing about it. I found out when I got home. I'm like, damn, because people were saying on the internet, yeah, Sarnetta and him is down together because Sarnetta was out there in Miami. I'm like, what the fuck y'all niggas talking about? I'm out there.
Right, because they saw the pictures of you down there.
2 times in Miami, twice. When I first got there, touched ground, and then when I was leaving, that's when I seen Polite. Because the rest of the week, I stood down there for a week. It was all me and my wife. We was going to the beach. We was walking around, buying stuff, doing all kind of stuff. And so when I was leaving, I was making sure I get hit off with some money from Polite because Polite owed me money. And so when I first got there, he hit me off with something. And then when I was leaving, because he said, yo, don't worry about it. I got this for you. I'm going to have that. And so I went to his hotel by myself. I had my wife wait in the hotel room. I said, yo, let me go over there and make sure I get this money from Polite. I went over there. Polite blessed me, gave me what he got, gave me what he had. You see? And so I get back home, and that's when I started hearing about the case and all that. And I was like, damn, Polite got caught up in this shit again? I immediately called him, and he said, Sir, don't believe none of this. This is not real. Yo, you're going to see. This is not real. And then Tasha K comes out. Everybody start banging on me, accusing me of all of this. Like, I'm Polite. And I'm like, yo.
Yeah, like, that's the one thing I didn't understand. Like, why would you put that charge on you? Like, I mean, everybody knew that y'all had the connection from like the debates and stuff, but that sounds like something that he just did himself. I believe the trial is this month, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, it was May the 1st. Polite called me May the 1st. He called me a week before that, and he said, yo, Sal, because I said, damn, man, I hope this shit hurry up because we need to see what's going on. Let's get this shit over with. Right. He said, yo, Sal, they going to push it back again. I said, how you know? He said, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. My lawyer told me. So Polite is not the one pushing it back. It's the other side that's pushing the case back because they still trying to find something, get something. But either way, I'm just hoping this shit is hurry up and get it over with. If you're guilty, I stand on this. And everybody heard me say it. But guess what, Tazaryach? Nobody quotes this part, what I'm going to say. If he's guilty, he need to be locked under the jail with Dr. York. Throw away the goddamn key, and he need to be set down on his post with Dr. York. How come nobody plays that clip? Why well, now, they heard me say it many times.
Well, now they can hear it today, which is why. And I knew that was your position. That's why I wanted to ask you the question so that the people could hear. Like, just because we're cool with somebody does not mean we promote that type of action. You know what I mean? And if he is guilty, like Sarnetta said, he should be in that position.
Damn right. But nobody never want to pull that up and catch and clip me saying stuff like that. You know, there's a sucker who we call Shaka Doodoo on
oh yeah, that's the cat. That's the cat that you had me
bad captain. That nigga banging on me, man. that nigga got any videos on me.
Well, you said every time somebody lose, they go at you.
Yo,
they go at you every
they
time
bang
they
on
leave.
me. They said that I was helping you. You do not need me to help you, Captain.
Yeah, I
What the-
didn't. Like,
Right.
what? I just don't know what you helped me with. Like,
He kept saying I was stopping him whenever he want to ask you questions about molestation. I'm like, yo, nigga, that's not what we here to talk about. We
Right.
can do that. That could be another show. Right
Right.
now, I'm trying to see if you ready for this damn debate.
And that's what I think people don't realize. People think that personal attacks or debates, that's not a debate. If you got an informational position you stand on and I oppose it, that's the debate. So we should be debating that type of subject instead of dealing with whatever nonsense he was talking
He
about.
comes out with a video talking about the HOK protects convicted child molesters and pedophiles. So I ask you a question, Captain. Name one person. Can anybody in the chat room name one person who Sarnetta protected that was convicted of child molestation? Name one. Polite ain't convicted of child molestation.
Right.
He's going
But
back
you're
and
not
forth.
defending him either, right?
Right, and I'm not defending them. So just
Right.
name
Your
one person
position-
who Sarnetta protects for being convicted.
Right.
Name one. So he's a slanderous nigga. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
He can't name one person. He's so
I
damn
think
caught
we
up
all
in
have
that.
the same position. I think we all have the same position, Si. We all waiting, like you said, we waiting for the trial to come so we can get this over, so we can find out what it is. And then we'll be able to look at the situation, look at the evidence, and then we'll be able to make a decision from there. That's all we're doing. And I think that's the wisest thing.
And he always play your video where the girl asking you, do you send money to a member of your organization who was convicted? He always gets you saying yes, but guess what? He cuts it off when you explain what happened.
Right.
He cut that part off, and I'd be like, "Why the nigga don't play the whole video? He
That's
don't
the
want
thing
you to
with
explain
sound
it."
bites. Yeah, that's the thing with sound bites. Anybody can put a sound bite to move it in whichever direction they
You know what
want.
I learned from y'all? When these niggas chop up my videos, I tell my audience and the people, I say, "Yo, come to my channel and get the whole context of what I was saying." I get that from y'all when y'all say, "Man, Sarnetta just showing clips of the goddamn Bible."
You the king. Yeah, you
always go back to getting the context. I tell the people, "Yo, nigga, get the context of why did I make that statement? What was I saying to make me make that statement?" He
did
put
that
up
to
a
me with the
video
God
with me. Hold up, he put up a video with me going at this dude from West Africa, Haiti, right? And I called him a banana boat ass nigga, but he cut out the part where he was defending the white man when I was on the 125th Street going in on the white man and the white girl. And the nigga, the West Indian bastard, comes over and start banging on me, defending the white man. That's when I started calling him a coon. You a banana boat ass nigga. Don't come over here telling us how to handle this white man. That's what I'm getting at. But see, he cut all of that out because he's a deceiver. He's the arch.
That's why I said like sound bites is a mother. So what's coming up? Like I know, I feel like I ran a gauntlet through all of y'all, but what do you have coming up? As just a reminder, that's why I have my Thanos glove. Shout out, listen, I want to big up. Let me see if he's still on the stage. Oh, he ain't on the stage. I want to big up my brother Garfield. He put up the picture of me destroying all of the people you love.
I don't know what you got over Garfield, bro. But Garfield been rolling with you somehow. I don't know, man. Garfield you better watch out. He might be trying to soften your ass up.
No, not. You know what? I think him and Tazaryach is working on doing something. But I think what I like about, and we'll get back to the interview, but like a Garfield or Rob Bowen and stuff like that, what I respect about their position is that they don't like me. Now, I ain't talking about it as a person because they do like me. Garfield supports my business. Rob Bowen does too. But they don't like what I believe in. So when individuals like that look at the debate and they're going against me, but they look at the information, they say, "Nah, you won. I respect that." So Garfield made that picture. Brother bought my glove. That's the Thanos glove for making all y'all disappear. So what do you have? What do you have like coming up? Like, where do you want to take like what you do? Like, you're such a powerful brother. No matter what, people could disagree or they may not like you as an individual, but your impact on what we call the conscious community, whether you for or against it, can never come into question. It just can't. Like you would be, when you think of conscious community, you are the first person that the average person would think about. Are you talking about Sinetta TV? Or you talking about Sinetta Studio? So where do you want to go with it? Like, where do you want to take it?
Well, I was hoping one day I could probably get picked up like these big channels. What's my man name? Damn, man, them big channels, they be having the drinks and all that up there, drinks.
Drink Champs with Noriega.
Yeah, the Noriega. I was hoping that, goddamn, I need to get picked up like Noriega or like $1 Million Scheme, or what's the name of them brothers?
$1 million worth of game. Yeah, $1 million worth of game.
Why nobody picked me up yet? Give me no damn contract. That's what I would love to do, something like that. And believe me, this shit will be big if I was to ever get something like that, bro.
You know what I think you should do? I think when you think about the timeline,
because I would have the money to pay the people. Then you see what I'm saying?
I think what you should do is all of them people that you had the pictures of.
Yeah,
similar to what I'm doing now when I'm interviewing you. You should do that. You should set up a studio.
I did that already.
No, but I mean, like, so if you look at $1 million worth of game and the Drink Champ stuff like that, they create like a element of a room where a person comes and sits down and then do it. And I think if you create a
Queen Flip and all them,
right. So if you create like a pilot, then I think you would have something to pitch to those places.
Yeah,
I think you should do that. Maybe create a pilot, get an interview with somebody. Like when we did that David Banner one, that would be something good where imagine if instead of in his room, you had a studio, brought him there, interviewed him, and you sales pitched that as a pilot to do interviews. Maybe you do something like that. And then
I have a couple of debates coming up in mind. Nepal Shada, she's making her way. Why you say nah? No, but look, the Hebrews are scared of Selah Shalom.
Who's that?
Selah Shalom, brother. The Bible, the one that Bible, the one. What's the name of their Bible? The OWASP Bible. So you ran from that. There's a lot of Hebrews that run from that, and so I spoke to Nepal the other day, and she's like, "Yo, I'll take that. I'll take that debate." You got to admit, Nepal is a powerful debater, whether you like it or not, Captain. I think she can beat you. I think she could beat you.
I just think she should be on somebody else's platform.
I hear you, brother. But I got you. You have a right to your opinion. But are there any? I'm good. Are there any more questions, or you want to open up for questions?
No, I'm done with the questions.
Come on.
No, that was it. I really just wanted to know if there was anything like that. If anybody has any questions on Clubhouse, you could type them in the chat, and I'll ask another the questions. If you're on the YouTube, you can type your questions in the chat, and we'll definitely ask another the questions. So if anybody has any questions, y'all can put them in the chat on either one, and then we'll ask them live, and you'll get to hearing them all. Somebody, Sean Muhammad, said, "Please don't sell out." I don't think that's in Sinetta's bloodstream to sell out. Chris Muhammad, Sean Muhammad in the chat said, "Please don't sell out." That's what he said. So that's all he said.
What?
I guess it means sell out. Like, I guess they look at everybody that, get famous, they sell out or do something different. We call people sell out.
Yeah.
So question from Pink Elephant. She said, "What was your most profound debate?" That's a question from Pink Elephant.
Oh man, my most profound debate was I would say every debate from Sarah Sutuseti.
Every debate
and Brother Polite. That right there, them two brothers right there was my top debaters.
Yeah, in his heyday, said he was that dude in his heyday. Said he was a.
I was on the road of getting Umar, but people saw that and they threw something in the mix. I just met Umar. I brought Umar out. Umar Johnson, I'm talking about. Umar Johnson said himself, "God damn it! As soon as I came on Sarnetta, I blew up." He said that himself. Right. So I brought him out, and somebody called Umar's wife in my name, and they were saying they was trying to act like that was me, and they were saying that I was trying to get Umar's wife on my show. Now Umar didn't call me. This is how we fell out. Umar never called me. He just went on video and just blasted me and talked about how I called his wife. He said that to everybody, bro. I got home from 125th one day, looked at the video, and I ain't gonna lie, that shit like crushed me, like hurt me, like damn, why everybody gotta lie on me, man? And then I got in touch with Umar at the state office building. I looked him in his eyes and asked him, I said, Umar, why you never even called me? You never called me to ask me. And then I said, the only person I've ever known, Umar, was me and you. How did I get your wife number? Where did I get that from? How do I know who your wife is? We never talked about none of that. And he looked at me and said, Saw, you right. He was on a whole nother fucking plane. Like him and his wife was going at it. I think they was in the middle of breaking up. And somebody made it look like I called his wife. I don't know your wife, nigga. I don't even know who she is.
Right.
And that's how we fell out. And we never came back. You know, so ever since then, we just been on that type of time. You know, we never was able to come back together. You know?
Damn.
And guess what? People blame me to this day of even bringing, like everything Umar does and is messed up, they blame me for that. He was on your platform, Sarnetta. You brought him in, bro. He scammed us. You brought him in. They blame me for Polite, for Umar, for Garfield, for anybody that mess up. I tell you one thing, who they not going to blame, they're not going to blame NBC for Bill Cosby. You know, they're not going to blame news media for R. Kelly. But if you black, you pay the price for all the niggas you brought on.
Whoever you affiliated with, you get paid.
Right.
I got another question. This question is from Halima. She says, question for Sa. If it wasn't for the death of Khalid Muhammad, would you still be following the doctrine he taught today?
Hell yeah. Yes, without a fact. Because I know Khalid would have came all the way full-blown, full circuit with Kemet. He was already on his way with Kemet. He was on his way. He was already tearing down Islam. He was banging on Islam. You ain't know that, huh, Captain?
No, I didn't know
that. Got the videos. Yes, I got the videos. He was banging on Farrakhan. You ain't know that, huh, Captain?
No, the Farrakhan part I could, because he was getting attacked by Farrakhan and them first, so I could see that.
I got the video where he was banging on Farrakhan. You can type that up in YouTube. Khalid versus Farrakhan. And he was saying Farrakhan, a new one, using the Bible. Yes.
Oh, you bringing up the Bible, right?
He gave the story of Jonah. Jonah and all that. Yeah, the way he broke that down, he was like going in, man.
You know, sidebar before I ask you the next question, you know that meant you'd have been an Israelite, because that's where Khalid was going. So now,
I would have convinced him not to. I would have convinced him now. Leave that alone, Doc.
You crazy. So now, Judah Israel asks, what doctrine do you agree with the most besides your own?
Judah Israel.
That's in the comment section.
What doctrine do I believe in more side? What say that?
Yeah. What doctrine do you agree with the most besides your own? That's the question.
The most doctrine I agree with is the doctrine I came up with. That I came to know out of the Bible, that God and the devil are one and the same.
There you go.
Hey, you asked me, I'm gonna tell you. That's the one. And I really believe that y'all don't know this Bible, Captain Tazaryach. You, the Hebrews, y'all been trained to think that way. But I'm looking at it, see, as an individual. That's why I'm glad I don't have nobody that I gotta go to and look. I go to it, I look at it, and I'm like, yo, as I'm reading it, I'm like, yo, God and the devil are one and the same. That's why God can never kill the devil. You see? That's why you always say that the devil works for the Most High. Inside of yourself, Hebrew Israelites, listen to me, Muslims, you have a higher self and you have a lower self. So what does that mean?
Right.
It means that you can either be a demon or you can deal with your higher consciousness, which is God consciousness. So inside of you, you are God and the devil, whatever you choose your life to be. I choose to be God consciousness.
So that's what you believe in.
I lock up Frankie. Frankie get locked down now.
I told y'all this. I told you this is a podcast, not a debate, so I have to let his answer
No,
stand.
you can question me on it if you want. You're gonna get smashed on your own podcast. Look how you stopped and look like what? Yeah, but that's what it is, though, man.
No, because I'm trying not to be in debate mode because a lot of people have questions, so I just want to get the questions out that people have. Did he say how the name? Oh, Ryan in the chat says, did he say how the name Sinetta came about? I don't think you explained that part.
Oh,
how the name Sinetta came about.
The name Sinetta came about. I was watching a brother by the name of Ashwa Crazy, and it was called Christianity Stolen Religion from Africa. And halfway in the video, he started talking about the Sa and what does the Sa mean, and going in on the Sa. The Sa represents the sun, And then I ain't think nothing of it until he got another half an hour through the video, and he started talking about the netter and the netter system. And what is the netter system? The God, just nature and stuff like that. And I still ain't think nothing of it until later on. And it just came to me. Sa, which means the sun, and then netter, which means God. And I put them both together, Captain, and I came up with Sinetta. That's why that name is so unique, and nobody have that name. But you know what? You always think that you done created some shit, not knowing that, nah, man, nothing new under the sun, bro. There's nothing new under the sun. And so I want to show you that a brother texted me and sent me something, and he found my name in the book of Coming Forth by Day and by Night. And I'm going to show you it right here. Where is it?
Who wrote that book? Who wrote that book?
I don't know. Yeah, the book is up there. The book Coming Forth by Day and by Night. Share the video.
No problem. Got you.
Yo, side boy,
they got sound on it.
Name. Egyptian Book of the Dead, the book of Coming Forth by Day.
You hear it?
Niggas know what your name mean now, man. Side Natur. Side Natur.
You see it?
Yeah, I'm looking
God.
at it.
My boy trying to be a Jesus.
Move the comment for a minute. Move the comment.
I don't move. Hold on. He said you try to be a Jesus.
Okay.
Now,
yo,
hold on, they can see it.
You see, look. You see Sinetta right there?
Boy, I found your name.
Hey, but you don't want to be affiliated with Pepe, though.
By day. Niggas know what your name mean now, man.
Pepe do some wild shit, Sinetta in the book. You might want to. You don't want to be affiliated with Pepe. That guy, that Pharaoh Pepe was into a lot of gay shit. You don't want to be affiliated.
Man, I ain't dealing with you, man, with that nonsense, man.
Yeah. So the next question, you saw it on it
like that, That's why my name is unique, man. Nobody got that, man. But guess what, Captain?
What's up?
One of my followers had a baby about maybe 3-4 years ago, and she named her son Sinetta, brother. Sinetta. So I know after I'm long and gone, there's going to be some Sinetta around here, bro.
That's what's up. Next question says, why do you promote Kemet? This is from Floridian. Why do you promote Kemet when you don't follow any of it?
Because I do follow some of it, not all of it. Can
you help us understand what you do follow of it?
I believe in some of the steps of Kemet, but I don't believe in all the other stuff. The dog heads and all of that other stuff. Like finding how many dogs they found, Captain?
3. It was a lot, almost 1,000.
Yeah, I don't follow all of that, but the reason why I follow Kemet is because I know that's where all of religions come from. The religion come up out of Kemet. So it's not like I follow it. I just give more credence to where it all come from. It all stems from Kemet. And you can't deny that. Everybody knows that. From Christianity to Judaism to Islam. It all comes out of the heart of Kemet. And I don't know why y'all don't see that. If it was first, you got the virgin birth there with Aset, and you better stop saying that crazy stuff, Captain, that Mary did not have a virgin birth. You going against what the scripture says.
I never said that.
Yes, she did, brother.
No. I said she was a virgin. It's just my definition of virgin and America's definition of virgin is two different things. A virgin from American perspective is anybody that's never had sex. In the Bible, a virgin is just a young woman, whether she had the sex or not.
No, but you saying that she was Joseph hit it. You saying
Joseph
right, but Joseph didn't hit it and he didn't shoot up in her.
Yes,
it was the spirit that came down and blessed her and put the Holy Spirit inside of her womb. You better stop saying that, brother. You changing up the scripture. Chris Harris will be on my channel this Sunday, and he's going to expose all of that, Cap.
I'll debate him on the virgin birth.
Oh, wow. You would debate him on that?
Yeah. It would have to be, is Jesus the son of God, the son of David through Joseph? I guarantee you I can show. There's no way Jesus is the son of God.
I heard him say debate Chris on that topic.
Yeah.
Okay. I might tell Chris, don't even do it Sunday now.
You don't have to do it.
Don't do it Sunday. We're going to set up a date and time.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could definitely. I'm trying to see if there's any somebody said, speaking of oil, how does that Sarnetta oil smell? Sarnetta slamming.
I did what you said, Captain. I put the three together.
All three together. Yeah, that's how I smell it.
I'm waiting to get it from you so I can have it all.
I'll bring it this week. Yeah, I'll bring it this week. So for those that don't know, I made a special oil for Sarnetta. It's called the Size Special. It's available on my website right now at 50% off. The sale is over tomorrow. So if you want to take advantage of that 50% off, but I'll bring yours to Thursday when I come to New York.
And I'm going to tell you this too, Captain. I got to say this. For all my Hebrew Israelite brothers, I have no hatred towards you personally. I don't hate you, brothers, man. Y'all think for some reason I hate you. I just hate the information that you bring, and I bang on that shit. Just like Captain can bang on Kemet. That don't affect me when y'all do that. Y'all need to know that. Y'all could go all the way in. How long y'all been saying Kemet was gay and all that, Captain? Since
I've known you. I still say it's gay. I still say it's gay.
And Judah Naz, they go in all the time and talk about it. Other Hebrews talk about it. But the minute I talk about y'all can't take it. That right there makes me feel good. It make me feel good that I be under y'all skin, tearing y'all butt up. But y'all can tear up the Kemetic gauze and y'all see me still smiling, laughing at y'all, giggling. Like it don't affect me like I get to y'all and I affect y'all. But
it's almost like they don't understand the warfare.
Right. I like to deal with the knowledge and the information. That's what I attack, not you personally.
Not the personal, right. Sister Pink Elephant had another question. I want to make sure I say this right. It says, do you think that Amaru Ali, or known as Amaru Nama Taga Z Ali, former NOI, beat Polite in a debate? It seems as if Polite had to go back and study more after that small debate. She says, I hope I spelled the name correctly. I don't know that debate.
I don't me neither. I don't even know what that is. I don't know who the person is. So sorry about that.
Okay. All right, no sweat. She doesn't know that one. Let me see. Got no questions on. Let me see if I got any more on here. Because if not, we can go to end this. I didn't expect this interview to go that long, but I should have expected it because me and Sarnetta have a long history.
Right.
I love this brother as a brother. Like when he said banging on the information, when the light switch come on, I had to keep my light switch on. Okay, I'm just interviewing side because when he start talking that trash, my brain said battle him right now. That's what my brain said.
You don't get beat up in your own part. You don't get beat up. You don't want to do that.
And look, he trying to push it even further by trying to be professional, trying to be
beat up on your podcast.
But if Sarnetta goes live later, then I can call in and just beat him up. But it says, can you ask him what's his position on the Black Aboriginal movement and whether or not he's more of a Pan-African? That's from ZTS Media. That's his question. So
yes,
he wants to know what's your position on the Black Aboriginal. Good.
Shout out to the Black Aboriginal movement. Shout out to you, brothers. And yes, I'm more of a Black Pan-African. But shout out to you. That's what y'all foundation is. That's what y'all believe in. Shout out to you. I did my DNA test, and goddamn it,
can we talk about that?
Yeah, I found out that shit. I got some.
Let me build. Oh, Si, I am so glad that you said that. So now, I was talking. First, I was hounding inside that I had to catch him to make sure we could do this interview. So I'm talking to him. I'm finishing up at the gym, and so I get Sinetta on the phone, and Sinetta's like, man, they don't want to have no interview with me. I said, nah, Side, come on this interview. Everybody wants to know this side of your story. They're gonna love it, which they have. The feedback from Clubhouse, the feedback on the internet has been wonderful for Sinetta. Definitely deserving of it. So as I'm talking to Sinetta says about his, you know, we always talk about Sinetta being Dominican.
Right.
So before I give Sinetta the floor, Sinetta is actually going to tell you what tribe he comes from, which is I think is going to be fire. So Sinetta, can you please explain and tell the people, the listening audience, what tribe you actually come from? You got the floor, brother.
I don't really know it. I don't really know the chart like that.
I didn't mean to say tribe. Oh, I don't want to say the tribe. So you just say what you actually are, and then I'll say the tribe. Okay.
I'll say for years I thought my father was Dominican. I went to visit my mom's. I had a nice talk with her, and my sister was always telling me that we are Dominican. We are Dominican. And I never questioned my mom's or nothing. So I went to visit her, sat down, and I got it on record. So whenever I want to play it, I can play it.
Okay.
I recorded my mom's talking to her, right?
Okay.
I wanted to get that. And I was like, Mom, talk to me more about my father. You know, like what Dominican, why he ain't. She looked at me and said, Dominican? Boy, you ain't no damn Dominican. I said, what you mean I ain't no Dominican? I got it all on tape. I recorded her. She said, you ain't no Dominican? I said, what? All this time I've been telling people I'm Dominican. Now I'm thinking she's going to tell me I'm just African American. She said, boy, your father was Puerto Rican. I said, Puerto Rican? I said, what? And then I go to my DNA. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. Okay. I go get my DNA, right? Let me get it.
So yeah, just so y'all know, Puerto Ricans are from the tribe of Ephraim on the chart. So what he's saying is that him and Tazaryach is from the same tribe. Ephraim. Right.
But Tazaryach full-blooded Puerto Rican, right?
No. His mother's not Puerto Rican. Just as well. We don't look at it as full blood. Whatever your father is, that's what we look at you as. So y'all both could be full blooded like that.
So she's telling me, nah, your father's Puerto Rican. I said, Ma, you sure? She said, God damn it, I know who the hell I slept with. I'm telling you, your father's Puerto Rican. So I'm going back and forth with her, and I got it on tape. I'm gonna play it one day, right? And she's like, yeah. And I said, oh shit. So I go and I look at my chart, and everybody on my father's side of my lineage, they all Puerto Rican. I went back to her and I was like, damn, Ma, you right. I said, my father was Puerto Rican. So here's my record. I'm going to go and I'm going to look it up. I'm going to get it. Let me go. I got to sign in. Let me sign in to my 23andMe.
Okay.
And so by me doing this, I was like, yeah, damn, she's right. Mama right. All this time I'm thinking I'm Dominican, but guess what? I knew this 2 weeks ago. I just didn't want to come out and tell the people because they'd be like, man, nigga, you don't know who you're nigga, you don't confuse them. But I said, no, I gotta say something now. I got to say something.
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with getting the truth, and you went to the horse's mouth with your mom.
I didn't know my father. You know, I didn't know him. And so I'm glad my mom's was able to tell me. And so if you want to, you can share my screen cap. Let me share.
If you put it up there, if you pop it up there, I'll show it.
Okay, let me put it up there. All right, it's up.
Okay, let me go ahead and add that to the stream.
All right, so you see my name at the top, Frank.
Yeah, I see the name.
What I want to do is I want to go to. Let me go back. Let me go back.
Okay.
And go to DNA relatives. So I go to DNA relatives, and I begin to look at my relatives. And so I'm strolling down, looking at them, and I'm like, damn, they do look Puerto Rican, right?
I'm looking at them last name. I'm looking at the first and last names too.
Yeah, so I click on the names, and you can see right here. How you pronounce that? Kagas?
Kagas.
No. It's up at the top.
Oh,
Sarah
yeah.
Torres.
Tazaryach. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see right down here, Puerto Rican. You see it?
Yeah, I see it. From Puerto
All of
Rico.
them are Puerto Rican. Everyone I clicked on was like Puerto Rican. And I'm like, oh shit. And this is my second generation. So I'm thinking like, oh shit. I'm thinking all this time I'm Dominican.
Right.
Here's the other ones. You go down there and you see right here, Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rican. This is
Puerto
from
Rico.
my second generation, my grandparents. You see? So I'm keep going all the way down. I'm looking at this, and next thing you know, I called mom's back and I go, Ma, you right. I'm thinking all this time I'm Dominican. And that something made me go and ask my mother about my father. And I'm glad I did, because I would have made that mistake. But shout out to the Dominicans. I mean, I love my Dominican people. So
yeah, Dominicans are brother too,
I'm
man.
not mad at you. It's just that when you look at these people, you'll see this is from my father's side. And so no wonder you see I got a Native American and all that stuff in my DNA as well.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, that's why you can't leave the Bible alone, because you Israel.
Yeah, you know, they'll probably kick me out the house if I've been to them.
Even even when you broke down what your belief is, it didn't come from Kim, it came from the Bible. That shit was crazy.
Rodriguez. Look at Jose Rodriguez, Puerto Rican. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
My third cousin, Puerto Rican. Your genetic relationship, Puerto Rican. So I'm like, God damn, all this time I'm thinking I'm Dominican, and I'm just glad I went to mom's and she just laid it on me, man. She laid it on me. I should have been did that, but I ain't care.
Look at that Taino brother. You a Taino brother. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. Brothers gonna love it. Hey, did you tell Quanaf and them, FOPE? They definitely gonna say you ain't one of them.
I know, right?
But you always welcome on our side. You always welcome on our side. Well, so I appreciate you coming in again. This has been Captain Tazaryach in the live podcast.
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't go on anybody's platform and do this, but
I know,
but you, brother, because
Yeah, I appreciate it greatly. Definitely. I definitely wanted to bring you on because, like I said, when people watch this interview, then they'll get to understand or see the inside, your upbringing, what you had to overcome, where you get your adversity from, where you get that hustle.
You didn't ask me, brother.
What question was that?
The question is, what made you change from being militant to now a sweetheart? What made you change from being once militant, Khalid Muhammad, to now not banging on the white man, not saying the white man the devil? I think that would have been a good question, brother. You slipping.
Yeah, I did slip on that one, but
I no longer believe that now.
But we still, I think you got seduced by Polite.
No.
Okay, well, the question is, what made you change from, as we went through that history, you got all of them on you on the white man's back like a damn animal.
Right.
So what made you go from that to, like you said, a sweetheart, where you don't believe that, you don't look at that? What changed your mind on that?
My people, black people, they made me realize through the sickness that we have suffered that they are more sick than anybody in the world. Black people are the most sick people that bangs on each other. It was YouTube that changed my perspective. It was the YouTube Negroes, the black people, that showed me that they got more demon in them than anybody in the world, more devil in them than anybody in the world. They are the ones that will, believe it or not. And I hope they understand me. I'm not saying all of our people, not all. I would never say all, but goddamn it, it is them who have changed my mind. Because when I first came on YouTube, I was also going in on the white man. That's why I lost, like, Captain, these people don't know. I lost like damn near 5 channels.
Right.
I would have had damn near 1 million subscribers from then to now. I've been on YouTube for a long time, one of the first ones on YouTube. But I lost 5 channels. Why? Because I was banging on the Jews, banging on the white man, going in. And then next thing you know, My people started going at me, tearing me up, making videos, cutting them. This nigga a crackhead, this nigga that, this nigga this. If you type in Sarnetta on YouTube, you will see not the white man attacking me, you will see black people tearing me down. All because of jealousy, envious, and wanting to be who I am. And that's what made me say, damn, I'm too busy focusing on the white man, but it's my brother who trying to kill me, who trying to stick a knife in my back. That's what changed me, brother.
So now follow-up question.
Yes.
With everything that you said, that doesn't take away from the white man being the devil.
Yes.
It just almost shows you, right. So it almost shows you, it just shows you the sickness of our people. So why couldn't you still be as aggressive on that path and then just change the sickness of our people?
Because I caught myself fighting black people all the time. Like wherever I go, there's people trying to get into my family, putting my daughter up on the screen, banging on my daughter. And then when I respond to it, they make me look like I'm the villain, like I'm the bad guy. Oh, how you gonna say that about this nigga Suge? How you gonna say that about them? And these are niggas that do that. And I try to stay away from it as much as I can, but you gotta understand, I'm only human. And so people begin to believe in the clips that they see. This nigga got AIDS. This nigga got AIDS, y'all. This nigga doing this, y'all. So I get that from all of them. When I came on YouTube, I was strictly pro-black for my people. But through the years of being torn down by my people, that shit is a hurtful feeling. And I had to say, God damn, black people are more wicked than this white man.
So now, did you ever get any counsel every time you went through that to ignore it? Did you ever get any counsel like that?
No.
That's cap.
To ignore it?
Yeah, that's cap. Because it was me. Thank you. Because it was me calling you every time. And the reason why I say that is because I think with the positions that people that are considered leaders are in, it comes with the territory of being attacked. Because we still stuck at the same initial question. How does what black people are doing change your mind about what white people are? Because their reputation is still the same. If you want to say you discovered that black people were attacking you and coming at you, that still doesn't take away from the white man being the ferocious, monstrous beast to our people at the same time. Because even if you look at it, what you're talking about is people verbally trying to attack you, whereas what you were saying about the white man was what he was actually physically doing to us. It wasn't verbal. It wasn't social media. It was killing.
I learned it wasn't all white people. When I look at them, they seek to destroy me. Not every black person, but those out there who are the wicked ones. They seek to destroy me. They seek that I wouldn't have made a living for my family, but I stood strong and I still do that. They seek to try to tear my shit down, my teaching, my channel, everything, bro. And I ain't do shit to these people. Right. I have not done anything. All I did was respond to the evil and the hatred that come. And I don't respond right away. I will wait for like maybe a month or 2 or 3. And then I'll say something about it. And guess what? I'll leave it all alone again. And then they keep coming. They keep coming. And so I say, all right, I got to get mentally prepared and stay strong. And I think I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I'm mentally strong now.
Oh, they come back out.
I'm thinking about coming out this winter, this summer. And I'm thinking about coming back, making these live debates again this summer.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know, I'm down with that. But my only pill I'm gonna give you, like, because I get attacked to no end. Like, I get attacked. People talk about me, family, and stuff like that. But that's never made me change my position on who I consider the enemy to be. We're just like Isaiah, the first chapter says, from the top of the head to the sole of the feet, we are destroyed. That's talk about our people. So when our people act in that fashion, at one time and on certain levels, we might have acted in that fashion. So that still doesn't mean that the white man ain't the devil. It just means that we got some sick people that need some work. And the only drink I'll give you is whatever you give life to. That's what's going to grow. And that's why I used to always tell you. That's why I used to tell you all the time, Si, don't respond to this video. Don't respond to that. They're going to die. Like, if you think about it, you ain't respond to them. They might live for, let's say they live for a week talking about you. After a while, that week goes away. If you don't respond, it doesn't give life to it. So the greatest lesson that you could actually learn from it is you kill them with your silence. That's it. And then they go away, they don't talk about it. But I'm glad we did get that.
Said, Hebrews are the enemy now. No, Hebrews are not my enemy, bro. Where you get that from? I just told y'all that I have nothing personal against the brothers. It's the teachers. And I'm going to always stick with that. It's the teachers that I don't get along with. And Captain, one day, if you got the heart and courage, I'll bring you into my interrogation room again and show you I got better than last time. I beat you a little bit. I barely beat you. You got me, but I barely beat you. It's a hard battle. But this
crazy as hell.
I think I got you. I know more in the Bible now. I think I got you.
No sweat. Well, whenever you want to set it up, I'll definitely come back to your interrogation room. I'm not scared. I've never really been scared. So you just let me know when you want to do it. And we can go ahead. We can go ahead and rock out with it. But again, Si, I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate those following us on Clubhouse, following us on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll definitely be doing a lot more podcasts just like this, and they're interview based. So y'all see this environment is different than a typical like Cross the Line Radio or even like Sinetta's channel. This is where we get to sit with someone like Sinetta and get the insight to how he thinks, what he believes. And I'm looking forward to doing more interviews like that. So with that, Sinetta, you got anything you want to say before we close out?
No, I want to say thank you, brother. I appreciate you bringing me on, and peace and blessings to you, brother. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it. So with that, I'm just going to close out with my video. And hold on, let me share my screen. My video. Share. And here we go. Everyday white people. I just cut it right there. That's really all you need to know. Are black, white. So that's the same answer.
The Bible never changes. That's the solution for black people. The Bible never changes. Because the problem that we have in every ghetto USA, the problem that we have with each other is not science. Right. Science ain't the problem. Them drug that's the little girls. Them brothers that's turning our men homosexual, that's the problem. And the Bible said don't be a homosexual. The Bible said thou shalt not murder. The Bible said thou shalt not steal. The Bible said thou shalt not covet. The Bible said thou shalt not have no other God. And you see how they want to turn the mind when I start talking about
African, but then forget that the Africans, the Arabs, and the white man are all a part of the transatlantic slave trade. So when you call yourself African, when you wear that unk, when you want to be Amin Ra and all of that, you're just joining another enemy.
Y'all don't listen to ISUBK, but we got the room on y'all floor. That shit don't even make no sense what you're saying. Because of the honeys. No, we not. Yes, you are. I tell you what, take us off the hundreds. Take us off. We don't got to do another motherfucking room on the 100 side ever.
City. You got the city in Detroit. The village was at New York.
The Wall Street thing happened was black businessmen and white businessmen who disagreed on some type of book, and they were arguing, fight with one another, and like attack on America, it went into a riot. Against the black who were black, or that they have businesses. I'm just saying the warfare between the white and the black broke out because they had disagreements.
But if you say America is so great and the white is so great, why would we say that?
I'm Shabbat.